Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Diz Idiots, the podcast about anything and everything in the world of, well, Disney, because I accidentally slipped into my wrestling intro. And you know what? It's all going well tonight. You know, we got the Sith Lord Brian up here.
Hello there.
He hasn't been called that name for a long time.
We
have the Horror Nights Master, Bruce.
Hell yeah, Jack!
Jack is back.
And hopefully stays back.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm Dozer and I just got back from Disney.
Yeah. How was that, man? Let's have your...
Regale us with your tales!
With your post-recap review.
Okay, well, I will start right off with that. First, I would like to issue a severe screw you to JetBlue.
JetBlue.
JetBlue. Since I booked my flight, changing my flight time so often that I essentially lost 2 days of my trip.
Ooh.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciated. After that, you know, we got there and we went to Epcot. Or Endless Hallway Simulator 4. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know why in this way. So we watched the new Harmonious fireworks. There was only one place to eat there. We ended up eating at Sunshine Seasons because everybody does. We watched the Harmonious fireworks. They were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say the best new fireworks I've seen in years.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're someone like me who part of the reason I love going to big concerts and big musical performances is I love seeing the shit they can do with the staging these days. The staging, the arms, everything they have going on with Harmonious is perfect.
Yeah.
And we had a slightly obstructed view because we got there like 5 minutes before performance. But it wasn't terrible. And unlike the Big Globe, I feel like you could get a good performance anywhere out there.
So what you're saying is it works in perfect harmony.
Yes.
I see what you did there.
Well, it definitely has that good old Disney synergy going on because, you know, it's all Disney movie
songs.
Music. That, you know, I like to hear that. I'm interested. I've been holding off on watching anything, but I may have to watch a video of it. I've been because I like the old school Epcot fireworks. They work real well.
Well, and it is really neat how they tie in Disney songs to cultures from around the world.
Oh,
that's what I loved about Harmonious.
It's really amazing hearing like songs you know seamlessly and flawlessly change languages.
Yes.
Oh,
like Moana, How Far I'll Go, actually sung in that I guess the Pacific Islands or whatever.
I don't think Samoan's actually the name of the language.
It's not an actual name of the language, but I'm using it because that's the name of the people.
Or like Philippines or like something to that extent. Or like what's the other one that stood out?
Well, Mulan stands out because
yes, Mulan, or even like Arabian Nights in Arabic, which I thought was kind of cool.
And some of them I felt went through several language changes.
Yeah.
Some of the more generic princesses or whatever.
Right.
She's European.
Like they threw in Hunchback of Notre Dame mashed up with I'll Go to Distance from Hercules.
Well, Hunchback Shaw was mashed up with Go the Distance? Out there?
It's like,
I don't remember.
Out there. Yes,
okay.
Out there.
I'm running through real quick. I'm going through the score of Hunchback, and I'm like, no, not Hellfire.
Yeah.
And the fireworks launched from each nation are great and scare the shit out of a sleeping toddler. So
nice.
To be expected.
Because we were like 5 feet away from it, all of a sudden, poof.
Was it crowded when you went to see like
everything was crowded? Everything was crowded.
The whole week was crowded for it.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys went down the week after Thanksgiving, right?
Yes.
So when did you guys get back?
We got back last Wednesday.
Okay.
Last Wednesday late at night. And so then we go to leave Epcot. The only good thing about all the Epcot construction is they're running the Starbucks out of a little cart, which means the Starbucks mugs, they were actually selling out of a store, which was way easier to get them than having to wait in a half-hour Starbucks line for my mugs.
Right.
So that was wonderful. And then we went to leave the park.
Oh boy.
And we walk. We're walking straight out. We're walking straight towards Spaceship Earth. And then we hit a fork in the road. And we go right. And then we go all the way to Test Track.
I know
And then
which fork in the road you're talking about too.
And then we go past goddamn Ellen's Energy Guardians of the Galaxy Adventure.
Yep.
Then
Yep.
we appear back under the ball.
Also, can we start calling it Guardians Energy Adventure?
Yes. Guardians Energy
Can we make that a thing?
Adventure. And all you see during this time are walls. Like both sides of the path. Construction walls.
Yep.
Go away green construction walls.
Oof.
And you're just like, oh dear God. This is horrendous.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's the best they could come up with, huh? Okay.
And
Well-
then we lucked out by having a bus stop right at the front.
There you go.
Well, if this is the good plan, what was the bad plan?
Just close the whole park, which probably would have been the better
The,
plan.
the
That-
bad plan is congratulations, folks. Yeah, sleeping in Epcot tonight.
Pretty much Epcot is it's World Showcase and Spaceship Earth. That's it.
Yeah, so long story short, we did, I think, 3 hours in Epcot. And we decided that was enough. We didn't
Yeah.
go back to the park. That's how
Yeah.
bad Future World was. We rode the land and Spaceship Earth and had dinner and saw Harmonious and went, that's enough.
Yeah.
So we left, went back to our resort. We slept. I woke up at 6:55 the next morning, logged in, booked my lightning lanes, and then booked the individual lightning lanes for Rise of the Resistance, which at 7:01 in the morning, I got a 4:45 booking time.
Woof.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Lucky you got that.
Yes. I booked 2 separate booking times because I didn't know exactly how they were working this. And since I know it's a longer attraction and Meg and I were not riding together. So like I had a 350 to 450 window and she had 450 to 550. Because, we had 2 people. We knew we couldn't ride together. We had to baby swap, and I don't know how they're going to do it with lightning lanes, and I'm not risking it with a paid attraction.
Fact.
So we did that. We're at the park. We do Muppet Vision. Park's pretty crowded. We're mainly going on the non sequitur attractions. We rode the little alien thing. We had a lightning lane pass for Toy Story, and all in all, I think the story you're going to hear through all of this is of the days we paid for the Genie Plus lightning lanes, I can't really think of a day we used more than like 2. Maybe 3.
Wow.
Part of it is not knowing when I could book, how I can book. Like, that was not crystal clear. There were times I could book 2 at a time. There were times I couldn't book any. Like, couldn't figure it out.
It's not intuitive.
Yeah. The app is hot garbage. Anytime, all I wanted was I wanted to pull up the app and see the current return times for every lightning lane attraction. That's all I want to do. I don't want to have to sit there and look at a map and do this. And by day 4, I figured this out. I could click on the tip board. Now, I don't know what it is with the tip board here on there, but every time you click it, every single day, it defaults to the Animal Kingdom. Every single time. Multiple times within the day.
Is it because it's alphabetized?
I guess. But I just sit there and go, you know what park I'm at.
Freaking Mid-Atlantic. Animal Kingdom. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can get a lightning lane. Let's for Splash Mountain. Navi River Journey.
You have the technology to tell me where in my hotel I am. How about you sense I'm in Hollywood Studios and pop up Hollywood Studios?
Yeah.
It's in rocket science here. In fact, it would make. Oh, jeez. Yeah, but we get it, Bob. Bob, don't worry. We know it's a hard candy Christmas for you this year. We get it. You could only afford a Maserati this year.
The other big suggestion I have is on the Genie. So it gives you the option to show or not show height requirements. How about you let me sort what the Genie recommends based off of height requirements? Because
Sure.
Yeah.
I had a kid under 38 inches. I could only ride rides with no height requirements. Stop recommending Tower of Terror to me.
You think that would be intuitive that they'd say, when you from the get-go, first thing they'd say is, do we have any height restrictions? We do? Okay, I ain't recommended shit to you because here's what you got.
Do you
Yeah.
do you have height restrictions, and are you willing to work around that or no? Because we're 3 people. Working around it kind of sucks because it means we're riding alone.
Well, and the thing is, why would they even ask for height restrictions? Like, wouldn't that be saying like, hey, look, if you have a family of with a 2-year-old or whatever, here's what we suggest for you.
Yeah,
Like, even just putting that in front, like, why would they even need to ask for height restrictions to begin with?
well,
if-
they
if
don't
you're
ask for it. They just
Oh.
ask, do you want to show the height
Oh.
restrictions on the rise? I'm like, well, yeah.
Well, because asking for it is actually, it's not about if you have a 2-year-old, because some kids are in a certain age range and they're on the short side or the tall side. Me and my sister, I was a tall kid, at an age where most people would be more below the limit. I was above it and able to ride whatever I would want to ride.
Yeah,
That's why I understand. I'm saying the way Genie works, you think it would be tailoring it to you by saying, hey, okay, we're going to show you recommendations, but what do we have a height restriction, or what's our height restriction? Oh, it has to be under 38 inches, 48 inches. Okay. Just again, that's the whole purpose of what you're paying. Part of what you're paying for is that you're not really getting that from what you've said.
I'm
Right.
going to say, cheap plug for something I don't make money off of. Touring plans can do this.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Touring plans,
functionality touring plans has.
And Touring
Yeah.
Plans is excellent at it. Excellent.
So
This is, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
then while we're there, we see there's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railways, averaging a 70-minute wait. So Chapek holds me up for another $30.
I'm sorry. When you say it like that, I'm picturing him standing there with like a rope, or like the rope, or something like a hammer whacking. Hey, buddy, you want in? $30, baby.
Yeah. Now,
Come
He's
on
like-
in, Dozer.
He's like a bouncer at a nightclub. Instead of the nightclub, it's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway marquee. He's the bouncer outside with like a clipboard going like this, like tips or something.
You know what? I'll do you one better. This is a reference some people may not get. You remember Spyro?
mhm.
Yes,
Spyro 2. He's Moneybags, standing there with the bag of money.
yes. Oh my
Would you
God,
like to
yes.
ride Mickey's Runaway Railway, young man? Well, that'll be $30 for the 3 of you. Come back when you have more.
And by that point of the day, though, because with the paid lightning lanes, it lets you book overlapping fast passes.
They'd probably count
So-
them as a different system.
They do, but I had a 10-minute gap in my window to go from Mickey and Minnie's, where I then ditched Meg and ran to Rise of the Resistance. On the attractions I don't often ride, aka never rode before this, Frozen Sing-Along, better than expected.
It's cute. It is very. You've never done it, Brian? I gotta tell you,
No.
adorable. It is cute as hell.
And we got a little extra because they threw in Olaf's Frozen Adventure in there.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And all the jokes about, okay, everybody, sing to your heart's content, but keep your face coverings on,
Nice.
was kind of funny. So then we rode Ride of the Resistance. Meg shopped in Galaxy's Edge. Then she rode. Then while we were waiting for her time, I went and single ridered Smuggler's Run. And I don't know what happened, but I got on a pod of all single riders.
What? That's awesome.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. I kind of like that.
That actually is pretty neat.
The guy
That's
gets
rare.
up there.
That's a
and he
legit
goes-
smuggler's run.
Yeah.
That is.
He looks
Solo
down the hall
riders.
and goes, "There's no one here. Go."
Now, what time of day? What time of day was this?
So
Around had to be around 4.
4:20-ish. 4:20-ish.
Okay.
So we
Yeah,
had
it was
that.
4:20.
There was still a long ass line. There was just some hold up somewhere else in the queue.
Huh.
So I got to be a pilot. Didn't get to be the
Yeah.
good pilot that got to punch at the light speed.
No, you were actually Han's role because the co-pilot's the one that actually punches at the light speed. So you were on the left.
Yes.
All
And
right.
I
Yeah.
went- Awkwardly like this.
See, I was the other one. I went like this. So I was at that and I had to sync with my guy when I was doing it. But yeah,
They knew better. I was a gutter.
yeah. Go ahead.
That was fun. You know, I did nothing to spoil either of these attractions. Rise of the Resistance I found amazing.
I was like, come on, buddy. You know what I want to hear. You're dancing around it. I want to hear about it. Come on. Tell me your thoughts. I heard Brian's thoughts. Now we need your thoughts.
No, it truly is amazing.
But is it that amazing?
Come on, David.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a very weak one. Come on. I need to
Oh
hear
no,
it.
it's very weak because if the attraction time is 20 minutes, quote unquote, 17 of those minutes are line.
What? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble hearing in my old age here. Almost 34 years old.
There's a lot of line.
17 minutes
and
of line.
I don't know what happened, but we get to the point, after the shuttle ride up. You know, the line, Brian.
So this is after you see the stormtroopers.
After the stormtroopers were in the line.
Yep.
For some reason, I don't know why, the one line moved a hell of a lot faster than the other one. And there's no logical reason for that other than a cast member picking that line more often. The left line flew by, the right line crawled. Another shuttle cruiser came and mostly went in that line and got on before I did, and it made no sense.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't understand that. And
that didn't happen to me.
I'm going to pretend I understand.
And there's a bit of you're riding it and you go, especially since I rode these attractions back to back, you go, oh, I'm on the adult version of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yep.
Isn't this supposed to be at least 2 intense moments of
ride?
No,
this ride is way more intense, and there's a hell of a lot more going on than Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
No, I kind of figured that, but I'm more because I was like, there's supposed to be at least a launch in a land, I believe.
The primary ride system, though, is the same. That's what makes it feel.
That I knew, yeah.
And you get in the cars, and they're basically the same fucking cars.
They
That's
are.
the problem.
The trackless style they use. The trackless style they use, the cars are kind of all the same. Excuse me.
Well, yeah, they're
You are
off the
not
shelf
old
from
enough for
one
that.
company. Because the night after I rode it, I've been putting off watching an engineering video behind the ride. Because I literally didn't want this ride to be spoiled, and it wasn't, and it was awe-inspiring for parts of it.
Well, then I'm going to do this. I will be waiting a year or so to do the same.
But it was awesome. The exit point of the ride, I did not expect.
Mm-hmm.
Completely unexpected, and that was kind of cool.
Yep.
All in all, I liked it better than I I had a combination for it, but I forget. Oh, Buzz Lightyear's Mission Space.
Buzz Lightyear's Mission.
Tell
Space.
me Smuggler's Run is not Buzz Lightyear's Mission Space.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Wait,
Yes, it is. He's right. 100%. Hundo on the money. Not even 100%.
Wait,
Smuggler's Run
remind
is 100%. Smuggler's
remind
Run.
me again what this one is. Mission Space.
Smuggler,
Buzz
no, it's not
Lightyear.
not Rise. Smuggler's Run. It is Buzz Lightyear Mission Space.
Yeah.
Hundo. I got the good side. I got the Buzz side.
When you said Buzz Lightyear's Mission Space, I was like, what attraction's called Buzz Lightyear's Mission Space? Was Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blaster? But then I realized, oh wait a minute, never mind. Just kidding. I know what you meant.
Yeah, that because I'm riding it and I get off, and just like Mission Space, I always end up in the simulator absolutely furthest from the exit,
Mm-hmm.
and I walk for I think 2 miles to leave this ride.
Space Mountain style.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh dear God, where's the exit? Will I ever leave this thing? I walk longer getting off this ride than I did riding the ride. I'm like, it has to end soon. And I'm fairly certain it was one of those situations where if the hallway would have let me go the other way, it would have been 3 steps to the exit. I think I literally walked around the whole attraction.
I'm gonna make base camp here. I'll try for the exit in the morning.
You start having that John Travolta look from Pulp Fiction.
So then we ended the night. We went to the Hollywood Brown Derby for dinner. It was good. It was the only place we could get a reservation for that wasn't Mama Melrose's. And you know, we called that a night at about like 7. We've had dinner and we went back. And we rode everything Bella could really ride at Hollywood Studios, so we checked it off the list and didn't go back. The only thing really left to do would have been the Disney Junior Dance Party, and no.
Was she
I
even
have-
tall enough? Was she tall enough to ride like what's that? Alien saucers or anything like that?
We
Or-
did ride
Saucers.
the Alien Saucers. That was
Okay.
Love that ride so much.
so Bella is, according to Disney's signs, she is 37 inches tall, which I take issue with their signs because her doctor says she's 37 and a half. I only take issue because I'm going to trust the doctor more.
Oh, sure.
If you're going to put up a sign that tells me how tall she is, make it damn accurate.
Yep.
I don't want to have to, because if I'm going to do the research before I go and know exactly how tall my kid is so I can properly plan, and then I get there, because could you imagine if they said she was that extra half an inch and go, oh, sorry, she's 37 and a half here. No, her doctor measured her.
Yeah.
And imagine it's the one attraction she really wants to ride. And, well, the stick says she's too short. I really don't care what the stick says. She's got the half inch by my doctor's standards. Let her on.
Bring a note. Bring a doctor's note.
Also,
That's-
you know, the half inch is really going to make a difference here.
So
Killed a lot of people have died because of that half inch.
Yeah.
yeah, so then the next morning we woke up, and we woke up ass crack of dawn. We went to Magic Kingdom because we had professional photos done. Our family photographer was there, and we had great photos. Fabulous photos. They came out beautiful, adorable, and I have a 3-year-old. She can be a demon or she could be a princess. She was a princess, beautiful.
She was going to be on the Disney pamphlet. That's how those folks.
Yeah,
That's how good these photos are. Disney pamphlet. There's a picture of them on Dumbo. I swear, if it's not in the commercial next year, it is a travesty. Disney free. Just let them use it for free, and it's perfect. Perfection.
You know what? I might actually.
I don't own the
use
copyright.
I was gonna say I might have to reach out to your photographer and use those photos for like a pamphlet of mine for Love the Mouse Travel.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they were beautiful. We did that. We went back. We got dressed because we were in fancy clothes. We weren't doing the park in fancy clothes. And then all my daughter wanted to ride all day was Dumbo. Couldn't even convince her for the Dumbo clones. And we did not have Lightning Lane this day because we weren't getting back to the park till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I figured, most of the good ones are probably gone. And you know, you look around the park and you see 50 to 70-minute waits at way too many attractions.
They have fixed nothing. It's the same broken thing. They really fixed nothing. This is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Later in the evening, because it was our last attraction of the day, Small World was clocking a 45-minute wait.
Oh my God.
Should never happen.
It was not a true 45. It was probably a 25, but the sign outside said 45.
That's
And-
like peak summer wait times.
And
Prior Fast Pass.
I know people that said they are habitually beefing up the wait times, which is what they've always done in the past, but now they're really doing it. But even still, that's ridiculous. It's disgusting. Oh, it just burns.
No one should wait more than 20 minutes at Small World. 45 minutes is ridiculous.
When you have a 3-year-old, you got to rely somewhat off of those wait times. And here's the problem. They're trying to make this whole system so you book your lightning lanes.
Oh,
Great.
sure.
Whatever. But then if you're beefing up all the other wait times, I sit there and go, I can't do this. I'm going to miss my next window. When really I could have.
Terrible.
So, we did most of the standard kid attractions there. We did Winnie the Pooh. Daughter loved it.
Sure.
Did not have fun for the most part without the lightning lanes. Just a lot more lines. And I told Bruce, I waited a true 45 for Little Mermaid.
Now, see, that I would believe.
It's an Omni mover. No.
Oh, wait.
It
No,
should
I'm
never,
sorry.
ever be 45. That is even during the summer, that's a 60-minute wait.
I meant the show. I'm sorry. I meant the show at Hollywood
Yeah.
Studios. My bad. No, you're right.
45-minute wait for the 30-minute show to finish.
Yeah. No. I sat there and I went, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
I waited in parts of that queue I've never seen used before.
That was my favorite. He's messaging me because I've never been parts of this queue before. And all I can think is I've never waited in the queue. I've always walked right through.
Well,
In fact, I forget there's a queue.
Because every time that I go on, it'll say 15, 20-minute wait, but it'll take you 15 minutes to walk the queue to get to the ride.
You know what? It's because the way they have it set up. If they close off, there's one thing they could easily close off to make it like an easier access. They do that on purpose. Mainly because I think you're walking. We really don't think you're walking enough. You really should take those extra 40 steps for us.
So if Little Mermaid was 45, how long was Haunted Mansion?
50-ish.
Oh.
Didn't ride Haunted, didn't ride Pirates. Jungle Cruise was averaging a 70.
Jungle Cruise is always one of those attractions that's going to have longer due to its capacity. They have plenty of boats, but since the boats only fit so many, that one is I can understand a little bit more. Haunted Mansion, you have for the showrooms, which doesn't add a ton of time, but it still adds a bit. But Pirates and Mermaid are attractions that should never. Listen, wheelchairs add things differently. Little Mermaid is almost constantly stopping for wheelchairs. Same thing with Mansion.
What about Peter Pan?
Basically a solid 90 the entire time.
Well, that's normal.
When it has a capacity of 28 people per hour?
Well, the thing I will say is, so we rode Peter Pan using lightning lanes the next day. And we got up to the front of the lightning lane, and I didn't see the standby queue. Like, they weren't at the merge point. And I don't know where they were putting this standby queue, if there was a standby queue, or what was going on. From the outside, you couldn't see the standby queue.
That's a pretty visible queue.
Yeah. And I'm not looking down the further extended queue there, because I know it goes all the way down to Harbor House and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I'm just talking the front of the attraction. Couldn't see the standby there, and couldn't see the standby when I got to the front. I'm like, where the hell is this 90-minute wait?
It's because that's a very visible wait. You can always see the people there. Even standing in front of the Peter Pan sign, it's right. Is there an inside I didn't know about?
There is a little bit of an inside where they put some of the
Disclaimer,
stuff.
I've only done it the last few times. If I've done Peter Pan, it's either been a fast pass or just I was there last minute. We walked on because why not? There's no wait.
Yeah, no, there's like an interactive queue area. You go through the Darling's house now.
That's right. I forgot they did add that. I haven't been on it since they added that. Mainly since they got rid of my gums. So, I mean, I can't say hi to it.
Yeah.
They cleaned the volcanoes. Bullshit.
Well,
So,
they also did something to Winnie the Pooh, didn't they? Didn't they add like interactive elements to Winnie the Pooh?
yeah, they added COVID Nightmare number 4. Wipe the honey off this screen.
That was a nightmare,
Yeah.
Eva, but I see people touching it. I'm like, ugh, you're touching that. It's ugh. They don't clean this. This has to be as bad as the ballroom hallway in Haunted Mansion.
Oh.
And folks, what I mentioned in the ballroom hallway, when you're sitting down looking in the ballroom, the dining room, when you do the tour, they tell you to keep your hands in your pockets when you walk down the hallway. And for the love of Lord, do not touch it. I'm pretty sure every disease, anthrax, polio, you name it, if it's possible to catch it and it's existed, it lives on that window.
Yeah.
Send the Greek man in with a bottle of Windex.
Not, you know what? Not even. That's the kind of thing that you're just gonna have to put under a dome and boom.
So then, our last full day there, because the next day at the Magic Kingdom we have Lightning Lane, more of the same, long lines, hard to figure out what to book. We did use Lightning Lane a little bit more. Next day we had Animal Kingdom. We used Lightning Lane for Kilimanjaro. We didn't ride much. We did most of the walking trails.
What can she do at? I'll be honest here, because having not done it with a kid of that size, what can she do at Animal besides Tough to Be a Bug, Kilimanjaro,
Navi River,
Navi River, and Triceratops? Yes, I'm counting Triceratops.
You hit the list.
And yes, I'm counting Triceratops spin on the list. It's there. It counts.
You hit the list.
Because there's people listening to this going, what's that Triceratops spin? You forgot it existed.
No, I'm just trying to think of if I was missing anything else. I guess
on a good day, Finding Nemo the musical.
Well, I'm not counting Finding Nemo or Folk, because those are Finding Nemo's obviously gone. Finding Dory is coming, and Folk, well, that's Folk.
Yeah, she could probably ride Everest with
Probably
Disco
could.
Yeti.
She'd be scared out of her mind, but she could.
Everest has really just a drop.
But yeah, no. So we did the safari, and oh god, we had a reservation right after the safari. We were cutting it close. We got on the ride with like 50 minutes till our reservation. We get on the ride, 15 minutes standing still right at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Car broke down in front of us.
Oh. Oh man. With passengers on it too.
I can neither confirm nor deny it was too far ahead.
Okay.
For those who are unaware, those are actual trucks. There is an engine in there. For some people who don't, for first timers who've never been on it, may not know. Those are actual. They are actually driving those. They haven't, they don't think, well, it's just on a track. It's no. They are driving those. The engine can break. This happens often because, well, like a car, it ran the last 180 days just fine. Unfortunately, you're the one it broke on.
And, even though it's unlikely, they need to be actual trucks because there is always the chance that the driver could need to take evasive action.
Yeah.
It's unlikely.
Happens more than you think.
I would love to be on that when it happens.
No, you wouldn't.
Risk of death too high. Risk of death too high.
Yeah,
Been,
true.
been there, done that, bought that shirt. Rhino running at me. I'm okay. It's coming. I'm like, I'm on the edge. I'm looking, going, I don't want that thing hitting this truck.
Look, to everybody who thinks about this stuff, just keep in mind, there's a reason Animal Kingdom's the only place you'll have to open a bathroom door.
I think it was a 993, code 93 or something like that. If memory serves, I think it was a 9. That was a dangerous, deadly animal loose in the park.
And
And
yes,
that's-
Brian,
What's that?
Animal Kingdom, bathroom doors all swing out.
Really?
The emergency protocol, you were to get into the nearest bathroom
Huh.
because I can pull
Right.
at you, but I can't push you in.
And, right.
And it's one of those things. Once you know this, you do notice it's the only place you ever open a bathroom door.
Even though I personally don't think they would hold. Resto got doors on the building. Pizza Fari, doors on the building. Yak and see where I'm going with this?
yeah.
They don't need to hold long. They need to hold long enough.
They just need to. Well, which I said, I'm like, shouldn't we have like steel reinforced doors? Why? And my one friend looks at me. Why? I don't know. Where do you think the animal's gonna go? The place that smells like food, maybe.
Yeah.
But Resto had a simple, very much. You bring them inside, you close the doors, and out the back and out to the front of the park.
It's
So
like Jurassic Park, but it actually could happen.
It's so rare. It's
Yeah.
very, very. The odds.
rare does not mean never.
It's
So-
rare, but it's the thinking ahead of me. If we have to have this plan, just in case, because
We've seen Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park didn't plan for that.
What's the code for a peacock? Because I feel like they've been like trying to escape that Animal Kingdom every time I go
No,
there. They
again,
get closer and closer to the entrance of the park. They just start,
it's kind of the same thing, but it was just there was one. I want to say it was like 93. It was. I thought it was a 9 code, but that was a deadly animal loose in the park.
yeah.
So, we did that. Then, I forgot to say, our first day in the Magic Kingdom, we watched the new fireworks, Harmonious, or whatever they're called.
It's
Enchantment.
Enchantment, yes.
Yeah, Enchantment.
How were they?
The fireworks are beautiful. So we were in prime position. We were right in front of the Christmas tree at the end of Main Street.
Oh, nice.
And apparently they do all this beautiful projection on Main Street.
Ugh.
From our prime position, you couldn't really see it. So
I'm not a big fan of what they're doing with the nighttime stuff at the Kingdom with projecting on the castle on Main Street because again, unless you're in a certain position, you ain't seeing it. The fireworks work because, well, I don't know how am I going to miss the thing up in the sky.
well, and that's the
See-
thing, though. I'm saying I don't know how much better of position I could have been.
You couldn't
I
have.
was basically center of the back of Main Street.
Couldn't have at all.
I mean, if anything, the second floor of the train station.
Which isn't open.
Yeah,
So
that's probably the best shot. Actually, is right on the train station. Right
except
up
during
top.
Christmas where there's a giant fucking Christmas tree in your way.
True.
It doesn't, but we're picking hairs here because it doesn't matter because your average guest isn't going to know that. You should be able to see fireworks wherever. Epcot, you can see them wherever they go off. Hollywood, they're in yes, they sometimes project on the theater, but they close behind the theater.
So
See,
I will
that's-
say
yeah.
the projections on the castle you could see perfectly. They were beautiful. And they're not as integral as I think they have been in prior projected things on the castle.
Like the Halloween fireworks.
Yes.
Ugh.
Not as integral to see it because I didn't pay attention to the castle. I just watched the fireworks. And, it was great. And we were at the back of the park, so we made an easy exit to the thing. And the fireworks were at 8 o'clock, so it was even better. Yay, stupid after-hours party for $225 per person.
I still can't get over that. I can't.
I saw that and had a heart attack and went... I literally went, Well, if it's like $70 a person with a kid discount, that's like $250 for the three of us. Maybe that'll be worth it to go back midday, take a nap, come back, see the fireworks, and do the after
Right.
hours party. That could be really worth it.
I'm sorry, you should not have to show your credit score to be able to enter a theme park.
Yeah.
And when I realized it was going to be nearly $1,000 for the three of us, I laughed and walked away.
It's a playground for the rich.
And after that, the next day we toured a 3-bedroom villa at Animal Kingdom Lodge because we had time. We literally just did the resort that day. We set up an appointment to talk to our points advisor, and we left. We boarded our final Magical Express. The first time I've ever been on a Magical Express with all 42 seats filled.
That's insane. And you sent that picture. I was like, that's nuts.
I have never, in all the years of Magical Express, seen a full bus.
Yeah.
Once. I have been on a full bus, but it was a while ago. Because
and
I haven't been on Magical Express in a long time.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say there was technically an empty seat next to me, but Bella was in Meg's lap. I had too many bags.
Got it.
So, yeah, no, that was a disaster. And then, JetBlue once again making us rush like chickens with our head cut off because they started boarding the plane fucking early. Weird thing to complain about, but when you're in Orlando with the world's worst security and the world's slowest Burger King, can somebody tell me why airport restaurants seem to be the slowest places on earth?
Because the employees don't give a damn.
And they know everyone's in a rush to get to their flight in time, so that's why it takes them 20 minutes to make yourself a quarter pounder with cheese.
It took Meg 30 minutes to come back with 2 slices of pre-cooked pizza.
That's impressive.
Like,
that is some serious government level bullshit right there.
I'm like she tells me this, and I went, well, we walked down to our gate, and you walked up to get the pizza. When we walked down, there was no line at the pizza place. There were 2 people. She's like, there still wasn't.
Someone at the DMV absolutely is hearing this right now going, which stand was that at MCO? We got to call them for tips. They are outdoing us, and that ain't right.
Yeah.
And, once again, it's amazing. I swear to God, every time I go to Orlando, they change how you get through airport security.
They do.
Like, I sit there and go, how many times can you reinvent this wheel? But they did it again. It wasn't too bad. It was only a 20-minute wait this time. And, now I'm here. And my long review is Lightning Lane. Sometimes worth it. Oftentimes, you're fucked if you don't buy it. Individual paid Lightning Lanes. Probably worth it if you want to ride those attractions.
That's what so a friend of mine, him and his wife are down there right now for their honeymoon. And I told him, I was like, if you guys want to get fast passes, here are your 2 options. I was like, personally though, I would, if you want to get the fast passes, I said, just get a fast pass for Ratatouille and Rise of the Resistance. So I was like, honestly, for what rides are included at the fast passes for the parks, I'm like, for you 2 guys that aren't really, I've been like following them on Facebook. She's never really done roller coasters before. So in a single day, she's gotten over Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster in one day. Never done thrill rides in her life. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know I know they said they're planning doing Star Wars all day tomorrow. I told them, like, try to get a fast pass for Rise if you can first thing in the morning. But I told him, I was like, I wouldn't do Genie Plus unless you're like a first time family that's never been to Disney World before. Then yeah, definitely do that. But
unless you want to get as much done as possible, like if I go down next year, I'm considering doing a day at Hollywood, paying them, get up early, pay the money. I'm fine with it being, well, I shouldn't say I'm fine with it being 4:00 in the afternoon, but I'll do what I have to do for obvious reasons. but I'll pay the money just to do it. I want to do it. I do want to do it mainly because I really want to get off and look at somebody and go, "Pah! That was a waste of money."
And
Oh,
I want to do that to somebody just to get them to be like, "What did he just say?"
you would.
I would.
too.
Nothing. It doesn't matter
You
how
would.
much I love it. I just want to get somebody's goat. That's all I want to do.
and
I could totally see you do that too. If we were like on Rise of the Resistance, we get off the ride, and you just go, I just wasted $15 for that?
That's what this is all about. You people are nuts. I would do that just so I can see someone foam at their mouth and be like, "What did he just say?"
Like, I just spent $45.
okay, and notes for Chapek.
Hi, buddy.
1, the individual lightning lanes. I think they are appropriately priced.
Okay, that's good. It's good to know.
Genie Plus, you're not charging enough.
Shh. Don't tell him that.
Yes, tell him that.
Oh, I see. Never mind. Withdrawn. I see your point.
What do you think, 30?
100%. And by 100%, I mean $100, $70 to $100.
Frankly, it should be like
Oh,
it should
okay,
be
like
like Universal does. It
Universal.
should be $80.
Universal.
It should be scaled at how busy the park is. Buy it when you're in. I think honestly, I think you should be. I agree. I think that's 100% the way to go.
And
Yeah.
I think
I've
on like
always said they should do that.
yeah,
And 'cause
on
there's
a busy
reason
day, it should be 100% upcharge.
which
A
again,
whole day's ticket.
that's what it is over there. Because frankly, I'm just going to say it. It's the deterrent.
Mhm.
Now, if they did the, let's say, $80, would you think they would still have that individual tier on top of the $80, or would they'll just say $80 for all the attractions?
You
Here's
have
what
to
I
have
was-
it.
Here's what I will say. If they are, I think it would be a mix. I think if they're doing the $80, the individual attractions might be included in that full-on
All
price,
include, yeah.
but you can buy them by the attraction for those select attractions.
Right.
The problem with this is we have an attraction here that is designed for this. I don't care what they say. Rise of the Resistance is designed for that because
Yeah.
you guys have all. Well, my understanding is all. I knew this for a while. It all started in the queue. I didn't realize till tonight how much queue was the ride. But since it starts there, you really have no choice. The problem when you have an attraction, when the ride is the queue, your capacity with a low capacity on the ride-on portion, it's a nightmare. I think you have no choice for Rise but to do it that way, which I'm fine with having. Listen, you can have it. Everything's included, but this one attraction.
Hey, I'm thinking if they're charging 100%, they can. So I'm just trying
Yeah.
to do some math here.
Yeah, come on,
Because-
Mr. Accountant, work your magic.
Well, my thought is, we think Rise is bad now, and this is going to be a great segue. But
I know where you're going with this.
in a little bit, it's going to lose a not insignificant amount of its capacity every other day to the Galactic Star Cruiser guests.
Yep.
Well, whoa,
Well, wait,
whoa.
time
I
out,
wasn't
time
sure.
out.
Nice
What
segue. I'm
that?
like, what segue are we talking about?
Wait, and hold on. What guess? Because apparently, hot off the presses, they're getting cancellations left and right here for this Star Cruiser. People are backing out.
Not
So-
not just right. Literally use the word exodus. March and April were to the extent, if folks don't know, Disney had to take down the video, and people still are putting it up and running it.
Well, and for people who don't know, Disney did a couple of promo videos for doing the Galactic Star Cruiser.
Professional promo videos.
Yes, professional.
This was not thrown together. We had a star, Sean, I think Jambone, however you say his name, from the Goldbergs.
Oh, yeah, him, the kid.
Yeah, the kid. They had a star. They had all sorts of ideas here. Have any of you seen the movie Titanic? You know what happens near the end of the movie? Or in technically Act 1 of the musical? Iceberg right ahead.
And I'm just that violinist playing where everyone's running around and panicking. I'm just,
And the band played on.
So I did not see these videos, but
Now, I will say this much. From the moment Josh D'Amaro, that's D'Amaro. Is that
Tomorrow? Mhm.
D'Amaro, okay. When he did his, I guess, like, Destination D, whenever there was that big mini D23 Expo down in Florida, but they had the virtual conference and all this stuff. He did the promotion for the Galactic Star Cruiser for like a couple of like tips, like things of him doing stuff on the ship.
Not to cut you off here, Brian. They picked Josh tomorrow because he's liked. Continue.
Anywho, so I was not impressed.
No one
with any of it from that moment, because I'm looking at the footage, I'm seeing like the bridge, I'm seeing the lightsaber. First off, the retractable real lightsaber, not for us, just for Rey on the ship, so we can't even play with that.
Nope.
We get basically Savi's lightsaber that you have to line up with a laser beam that shoots out of a wall, which is basically a flashlight that just like strobes. And
Stage magic.
So it's not even, but it doesn't even like veer left, veer right, veer down. So you can't even do like, you're just like doing this with the lightsaber. You're not even like blocking. You're not even moving. You're just standing there waving it like a, and I'm looking at this, I'm going, for $5,000, this is what people are getting.
And
that's the key.
Are you kidding me?
The thing I figured out is people saw it. They went, oh, it's for kids. But I hate to break it to Disney. That's not priced for parents to pay for their kids. That's more than fucking Space Camp.
What this is very clear to me, and from my understanding from articles I've read about the cancellations, they've said this is for the I did it. This is for the elite. This is for the rich who aren't Star Wars fans. Star Wars is cool. Because from what I could tell, I saw better stage magic for $120 to go see a production of Cursed Child. I don't need to spend $5,000. I can go watch magic in front of me from far away.
Give me David Copperfield in Las Vegas for $40. I'm set.
Give me Penn and Teller.
Penn and Teller.
Yep.
You
I'll
name
get
it.
comedy too.
Hell, Chris Angel Mind Freak would be better than what they're doing here. Any kind of magic show.
Give me Guy Fieri pulling a quarter out of my ear.
Yeah. The problem here is the price, and I'm telling you, I can't. I hope Disney people all get together and just watch the Galactic Star Cruiser just crash and burn.
And the thing is, yeah, like it's not the what was the Pop Century second hotel that was supposed to come out?
The 90s?
Legendary Years.
The Legendary Years. Well, this is just one step that the Legendary Years couldn't get to. But yeah, it's not.
It's bad. It was embarrassing.
Here's the other thing too. The props or like the interactive. It looks like they literally took stuff from the Disney Cruise Line in the kids' play areas, and they basically multiplied the same molding in a larger room. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And did you know they haven't even shown the cabins yet? They just showed what you can do on the ship. And
they haven't. Well, I was originally, I'm looking, I'm like, but they have time. And I thought about it, go, no, they don't. They don't. I'm thinking about it, I'm like, they really don't with training and they don't have time. This is it. Holy crap, this is real. One thing I think that they just really the reason I think they're trying to do this, and the videos are obvious to me, is what I've known for years, especially under the Chapek regime. They'll do it because we're Disney. They'll take the job because we're Disney. They'll give what we give them because we're Disney.
Yeah.
This is good. This is the theory of going, well, they're going to love it because we're Disney. Fun fact here, Bobo. I actually call Iger Bobo. So cheap ass Chapek. I shouldn't call you Bobo. That was my name for Iger. Love you, buddy. Come back to us. Here's cheap ass Chapek. They ain't going to love it because you're Disney. Charge them $5,000 for 2 nights. You're done.
Yeah. Especially for what people get especially for what people are paying compared to what they're actually getting out of it. Yeah.
How do we know the windows aren't even just painted on stars?
Oh no, that's just mean.
No,
Think about it.
they will do the shit from the cruise line. They will do the magical windows. I feel that.
Yeah. I'm kind of being facetious
Yeah.
there, but I'm just saying the way they're going, it's going to look just like you're gonna be like, oh, it's a hotel room.
Well, and here's the thing that I want to know too. So apparently, when you're on the bridge and you can move the ship into quote unquote light speed, which I can't believe they're actually going to make you feel like you're going into light speed, like what you're doing in Smuggler's Run, or more intensely, like Star Tours. I'm pretty sure it's just going to the screen is going to just like look like you're in. But there's no. But here's what they're saying: whoever's controlling the bridge that puts you into light speed, the entire cruise ship, including in your cabin, will start seeing the stars going into hyperspace. I'm sorry, but if I'm in my cabin, I do not want to see someone put us in the light speed every 5 fucking seconds. Pardon my French.
I'm just going to say it. The answer to our problem is right in front of us. A couple of giant fans and one guy attached to a bungee cord who's gonna pull a dark helmet and fly it in the air. Spaceballs is the answer. It's right in front of us.
Look,
what are we gonna do? Ah!
Ludicrous speed.
It's here in front of us, folks. Once in a while, it should go to plaid. It's right in front of you, kids. It's
Dude,
right here.
Let me tell you what. If this flops, please, Disney, for the love of God, reach out to Mel Brooks before he passes away. All you got to do is go from a Galactic Star Cruiser to Spaceballs 1, the hotel.
It would be. Think about this. It would fit. You could do something on the cheap. It would work. It would be fantastic. It would be a better experience. I think you're going to get here. If any of you listening, say our listeners are doing this, you have it. Let us know if you go. But I'm pleading with everybody. Cancel your reservation. The only way we can make this work is if we hit them where it hurts. If no one does it, or if they do it and it gets very negative feedback, that's the only way we'll be able to stop this. If not, this is an unstoppable force. They're just going to start here. They're never going to stop because Chapek can't help himself. This is clearly done on a budget because he's cheap-ass Chapek. Because we're Disney.
And here's the thing too, why even cancel when you just don't book, period? Like, I'm trying not to even advertise the Star Cruiser on my business. I just do Disney Cruise Line, Universal, Disneyland, and Alani.
No, why do you want to deal with loss of commission due to people demanding refunds?
If they bring up Star Cruiser, Brian, you should just go. Yeah, you should go Star Cruiser. I heard you should wait until June before booking.
Well, this is my pitch. Why spend $5,000 for 2 days when you can spend $5,000 at Animal Kingdom Lodge for a week?
Facts.
You want to experience a Star Cruiser? Come up to Pennsylvania on a cold winter's night and just floor it. If you know, you know.
If you're from PA, you know.
I'm not from PA, and I know.
So, I'm going to say this. So, I'm sitting here and I am looking at the hourly capacity of every attraction in Disney.
Ooh. Can you tell me Rise of Resistances and Smuggler's Runs, please?
Yeah.
So, Smuggler's Run is 1,700.
Moderate.
Okay.
No, high. That is high on this list.
Well, I'm sorry. Moderate for other places, it's high for Disney.
Wait, 1,700. Wait, what's the total? Wait, what is this number again?
Per hour.
Hourly capacity.
So Smugglers Run 1,700 people per hour.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing I'm noticing. most of the rides where it gives you a space, the space is about 200 people. So like Rock and Roller Coaster is 1,400 to 1,600.
Which is
Rise of the
impressive, not bad.
Resistance. Rise of the Resistance is 1,300 to 1,700. A 500 person gap.
And I tell you this much, because of the reservation system, it's hitting the 1,300 when they do that. I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. Because I heard a lot of rumors about this. What's Navi River Journey?
Oh.
Because I'm pretty sure I know, but I want to see if I know.
1080 to 1440.
I knew it was. I heard 1180 was the number I heard, and I've been told over the years, and I'm like 1180, and they opened it. I'd be embarrassed. I'd be hiding if I'm behind that. I'd be going, I'm sorry, please don't hit me.
So, taking all of this into consideration, let's just have a little guess here.
All right.
Can you guess the highest capacity attraction at Animal Kingdom?
At Animal Kingdom.
Yes. And it's by a long shot.
Safari.
I would.
3,000 per hour.
Safari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
No, it has to be.
I was gonna-
Safari had. Think about it. That whole track holds a lot of trucks at the same time, more than
Bro.
Dinosaur and
Well, I was
Everest can handle.
thinking it's tough to be a bug.
No, that theater does not hold what you think it does.
Okay.
But one last question.
All right.
Can you guess the highest capacity attraction? And it's a tie, so there are two possibles in all of Disney World. Shows excluded.
Ooh.
I'll give you a second hint. They're in the same park.
It's got to be Magic Kingdom then. I'm gonna guess. All right, here are my guesses. If it's Magic Kingdom, I'm gonna say Haunted Mansion and Pirates.
Nope.
Is it the kingdom though?
It is the Kingdom.
It's got Haunted Mansion's got to be that. Maybe that and Buzz Lightyear.
Nope.
It's Haunted Mansion one of
It's
them.
mentioned one of them.
No.
No.
Haunted Mansion is 2,400.
Little Mermaid?
Nope.
Hold
Pirate.
on.
Nope.
No, not
That's
Pirates.
it. All right, we're going through them all. Big Thunder
Speedway.
Mountain.
Speedway.
Nope.
Speedway one? Okay.
Speedway does not. It is not listed because
Okay.
That's a good guess. Speedway.
that's
Teacups. Teacups.
no.
Splash.
No.
No.
Two attractions.
2 attractions? We're running out of room here,
Small
dude.
World.
Nope.
Small World.
Jungle Cruise.
Nope.
Peter Pan.
Nope.
We're really running out of real estate. I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to think here. Okay. Enchanted
Space Mountain.
Tales with Belle.
Shows don't count. Space Mountain.
Nope. And
Nope.
also nope.
No, I was kidding about Enchanted Tales with Belle.
This is Great Escape. What the hell?
Winnie the
Nope.
Pooh.
No. Winnie the Pooh is one of the lowest.
No, I know it was.
TTA. TTA. TTA.
We got one.
TTA.
TTA.
That's a good one.
And it's in the same land.
MILF?
Them.
Carousel of fucking Progress.
What? Oh, that
No,
makes sense.
But that's a No, that way is a ride.
That's a
It
ride.
moves. It's a ride. It's a
that
ride on
does make
attraction
sense.
because it moves.
And they both have
Carousel.
3,600 per hour.
To
I
give
can
you,
believe that.
folks, to give you a kind of hint of what we're talking about when we talk of this, Val Raven is a diving machine roller coaster by B&M at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. That is 1,200 per hour. A diving machine roller coaster, could
Very
potentially very inefficient because it's 3 rows, not that many, could theoretically hold more people than Navi River Journey.
Yeah.
Think about let that sponge into your head. And again, Cedar Point, very busy, very huge park, not an entire vacation destination from all over the globe.
So the interesting thing, and This is on a web. This is obviously not official because Disney does not publicly release this information. There are a couple attractions we have official capacity on. And the guesstimates actually come out higher than the official capacity. So Jungle Cruise, the official capacity is 1,200 per hour. In practice, it is actually 1,350 to 1,450, according to this website. And rides like Carousel of Progress, that's an exact number because that's going to be dead on. That thing operates like it's a fixed number. Operations really can't slow that down. TTA is more or less a fixed number. Operations can't really mess it up.
I just said, TTA is the perfect choice.
Yeah.
And just through my quick looking here, the lowest capacity attraction in Disney.
Ooh. Navi River Journey would be a good guess.
No,
No.
you're not going to get it. I'm not going to have you guess it
What
because
is it?
it's O Canada.
Doesn't count. Barely moves.
Yeah.
610 per hour.
Oh.
Which is fair. That's probably all the people that want to ride it in a day.
It's those Canadians that came down for the day.
And somehow O Canada has a calculation on capacity, but Reflections of China doesn't.
You know, I don't think I've ever watched O Canada. No, wait.
Oh, come on. O Canada's the best of the boring
Wait, is
movies.
that-
Because of Martin Short.
Yeah, I never saw the new one. They did a new updated one with Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara from Schitt's Creek. So, yeah.
Eugene Levy, I'm all for it. Catherine O'Hara, go away. Your
But-
shtick
but-
is old.
but- They're not even in it. They just narrate. They're not even in it. They just
Her-
narrate about
Her
Canada.
shtick is old, and she should just go away.
Yeah. No, I did see the Martin Short one, but I don't think I've ever seen Reflections of China.
Eh. There used to be tentacles at one point. Yes, that's what Bruce focuses on.
By and large, Animal Kingdom seems to average the highest capacity attractions.
I can believe that.
Followed by Epcot and Magic Kingdom. And Hollywood Studios is not slacking, but I think it's just the lack of variety of attractions because you have 3 Star Wars attractions.
Well, yeah, it's because you pretty much have you have 2 miniature parks in Hollywood. You have Toy Story Land and Star Wars Land. That's it.
May as well make it 3 because you basically have Disney Junior Land too.
Yeah.
But I'm shocked. Tower of Terror is only 1,700.
Wow.
You know, I'm not because again, it's moderate. The elevators only hold so much, but the difference is because it's such a well-oiled machine, they can just run people through it. Because again, what was Rockin's capacity? 14?
Rockin', yeah, I think that's what it was.
And they have because of the pre-shows and everything, it changes. But Rockin' seems to always take longer. Tower has always been the gold standard. Even though they're only 17, they fly. It's almost always 17 on the money.
17,
Right.
yeah, 17 is not a range. It's 17 there. But that means running like a well-oiled machine, Rise could technically hit it. Technically.
Till they get these Lightning Lane Genie Plus.
You know, I could lose a lot of weight and become a supermodel. It still ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
I am still shocked to see it makes perfect sense, but Carousel of Progress being the highest capacity. And that does then jive why it never has a line. Because you have a not very exciting attraction with a redonkulous capacity for the park.
Let me ask you this: if they were to let's say, update the Christmas scene? And do you think that would draw a crowd to create lines to actually?
No.
So a Carousel of Progress, you're kidding, right?
You can't do
Ryan,
anything to Carousel of
Ryan,
Progress to
come
make
on,
it.
buddy. Buddy, I
I'm
love you, but come on.
No,
Ryan.
I'm trying to do the whole, like, rumor speculation out there that there has been heavy rumors that Tom Hanks will be the new narrator, that they'll
They could give every person $100 that rides in. It wouldn't increase capacity that much. And I'm not kidding.
Brian, the best it could hope for is if they overhauled the entire ride, put top scale animatronics in it, it might bump it up to a B ticket from an A ticket.
First off, there will be a riot if anybody but Gene Shepard is narrating that.
I know.
And I mean, capacity would decrease.
Yeah. But Tom Hanks, if Tom Hanks does it,
think about the attraction and think about the people who would normally go on it.
But it's Tom Hanks.
It's the Disney people would riot.
Right.
Disney strong. It doesn't matter that it's Tom Hanks. They won't know that. The Disney faithful will do a double bird and go, I ain't doing this. Are you fucking kidding me?
I know. I'm with you on that one.
Just think of it this way. On it's the only attraction in Disney World that Walt touched.
Mm-hmm.
That's true because the Enchanted
it's the same one. It's the same Carousel of Progress that was in the World's Fair.
Yeah, and that's like the one out in Disneyland with the Enchanted Tiki Room. That's like the original Tiki Room.
You're right. They also have a very strong reason Tom Hanks should not do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care that it's a different park, but since his voice is already as Woody and it could be noticed, not a good idea.
Well, this was in referencing to his role as Walt Disney in Saving Mr. Banks. There's been
because that's what we should go on as Saving Mr. Banks because that movie was so accurate.
There has been speculation that they're talking about.
Yeah, but there's been speculation of so many things. Remember when Country Bears is going to become Woody's Roundup for the 50th?
Look, we're going to talk about replacing
Country Bears merchandise in Magic Kingdom. Sorry not to cut you off, Dozer. He sent me pictures of a Country Bears magic band. Country Bears representing. Continue.
Yes. If we're going to talk about replacing narrators, I'm sorry. I am very sorry, Dame Judi Dench. It is not working. We need to break up. You are not the narrator for Spaceship Earth. But
Goodbye.
I am going to replace you. And I know exactly who needs to replace you.
I have a voice, but I want to hear your voice to see if it matches mine.
Alan Alda.
Was not good choice. Not my pick, but very good choice. Bruce, what about you?
You go first. I never really gave this much thought, so you go first.
Morgan Freeman.
Too iconic.
Hall of Presidents just called. Nope.
No, Alan Alda, especially if you have listened to his podcast, and he has a great podcast, Clear and Vivid. He interviews a lot of science-type people on there, partially why I think he would be really good for this particular attraction. And his voice just has that Walter Cronkite-esque feel of I am conveying something very important, but it's still a little jovial.
Can I retract? Well, and I was just going to say, actually, there was someone else that just popped in my head, too. You're right. With Morgan Freeman with Hall of Presidents, I was just thinking that it would save them money because they already have him in one show, might leave him for something else. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson would be an excellent one. I would prefer him to do something like a Mission Space just about the stars, because obviously that's what he's known for. I'm not joking when I say this. Samuel L. Jackson. Name recognition, you would recognize that voice, and he would actually give a very good narration for that. Because while we're talking about narration, Wonders of Xandar for Guardians of the Galaxy, did you all see who's narrating that? because she could do it. She could be a great choice of order for this Glenn Close.
Yep.
Love her. Glenn Close would be excellent. Excellent to replace Judi Dench, but she can't. Because you said that, I'm like, I have the perfect choice. She's busy.
And I will say, hey, Chapek, you love synergy. Samuel L. Jackson, you have a new sponsor, Capital One, baby.
There you go.
Samuel Jackson has the recognition, even though I do. Brian, I gotta say, you guys, Alan Alda and Neil deGrasse Tyson, I love those choices. I like Neil deGrasse Tyson more than anybody should. It's just his voice is just so. I wish he was he would do the Jeopardy host because his voice is just so. He's just so perfect for it. You know why? Because I buy he knows the answer. Neil deGrasse is way smarter than I am.
And if you live in my world, he's also a fountain pen enthusiast.
Yes, he is. He does voices on children's roles. Oh, we love you, Neil deGrasse Tyson. But yeah, that's an inspired choice. So is Alan Alda. I'm behind all of them, but I agree. Judi Dench, I love you, Judi. I do. I do. But
it's not working. There's just something that it doesn't fit.
Do you know
I
how you
don't know
found your
what it
ABCs? Thank the Venetians.
I don't know what it is. It just doesn't fit. And
it's not her. You know what bothers me with the Spaceship Earth is that interactive thing in the second half of the ride.
You mean the entire thing because we have nothing else but to get you back down to the front?
But the back half of the attraction always kind of was a
because there's nothing there but getting you back down to the front.
Yeah.
And the camera never really works anyway. Whenever it takes
cares?
It's just there. It's just there to entertain you while you, instead of having you sit there literally listen to elevator music.
It's a screen. It could be worse. It could be worse.
It certainly could be worse. It could be Bob Chapek that narrates it. Don't you dare tell me Yap Man wouldn't.
And if you want to get off the attraction, you'll put the dollar in the slot. Otherwise, you will ride it again, and I will narrate it again. And I don't know why, but I turned him into the male version of Roz.
Wait a minute. That's the right person. Roz! Roz is the right person. Roz is the perfect choice. And here we have, and that concludes your journey through Mission Space.
Sorry, Spaceship Earth.
Spaceship Earth. Now we're gonna go down. Your vehicle will turn backwards. We're gonna show you your options for the future.
You smell that? It smells like burnt wood.
She's an inspired choice. I love Roz.
Look, we did MILF. I love MILF. It's one of my favorite attractions.
Underrated. I gotta tell ya, underrated. I've been a Laugh Floor fan since it first came out. I was like, this sounds like a stupid thing. It's cute. It's entertaining, and I know a lot of it repeats, but you can update it depending on who you have back there. It's fantastic. I really do. I love Laugh Floor. I'm glad it's here.
Yes, for some people, Dozer did say MILF. It actually stands for
Monsters Inc.
Laugh Floor, not the other thing.
It was, and for the record, the MILF abbreviation was 100% intentional. You cannot convince me otherwise. Disney is well aware that all their fans abbreviate everything.
110%. Trust me. They're also people who create things are also aware. Sometimes your job sucks and you just gotta have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little sad though that they did not accept my joke for the Laugh Floor. I thought it was hilarious.
What was your joke?
I wrote a song about a tortilla. Actually, it's more of a rap.
Classic.
That is good.
Classic. I love it.
That's actually a really good joke. Yeah.
I'm a little sad about that, and I'm a little sad that I wasn't that guy. But there's more times to ride it. One day,
I just want to be that guy. I just want to be that guy once.
Is it just is it a seat?
No, it is not. I don't know how they choose it. It's all thanks to that guy.
And
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, like, I have accomplished every other Disney goal I have. I have been the spy on two consecutive ridings of Star Tours.
Never been the spy.
Once for me.
And it pissed me off so much. So the first time I was a spy, and I'm riding with my best friend's 10-year-old. And I'm the spy. I go, shit. Okay, cool. We get on again. We get in the same two seats. We switch seats so he could be in the seat I was in, thinking, well, maybe it's seat specific. And it was same simulator, same row. Literally the same two exact seats. And nope, it's me again.
I've never been the rebel spy. I've never been chose for Indiana Jones. I've never been that guy. I've been the guy that buys everybody churros. And then someone saw me later and recognized me as the guy who everybody buys churros when I was working. And, well, I gave them a no strings for churros because, it's right there in front of me, kids. I'm never chosen for anything like that. Ever.
I've been that guy. I've been chosen for Indiana Jones, and it's all with this 10-year-old. I need to bring him on more trips, and I need to ride MILF with him.
You need to ride MILF with him, so you're that guy. I've worn Hawaiian shirts. I've done everything. I've done everything possible. I've looked bored. I've been entertaining. I've done everything to be that guy. Just let me be that guy.
So that guy's completely
Bruce.
random. It's not like it's a
the actors pick it.
They pick it, and I'm pretty sure they did. Someone walking in has to see it. I've done everything I can think of to be that guy.
Bruce, I have a plan. We're going to go Price is Right style.
I'm here. Done. I'm in. I'm in. You had me at Price is Right. Yeah, baby.
We
in.
need shirts. I'm that guy.
That guy. Yeah. I am here. First off, Bob. Cheap ass Chapek. Why are you selling these? Because I'd buy one. I'd buy one even when I wasn't that guy. But that guy should have the right to buy a shirt that says, I was that guy. Most of the platform.
We'll wear them, and we will literally go for a day and just keep riding MILF.
Yes, yeah. That, see, it either work or it'll backfire because some cast member's going to go, boys, you can ride all day. I ain't doing it.
I don't care because I don't think I'd hate riding MILF all day.
You know?
Or do you think they would actually, do you think they would change it by saying those guys instead of that guy?
No.
They'll make it plural?
No. Roz is not
live.
Not live.
Okay.
So because it's Roz that says it, it would work because Buddy is at times those guys. There's other times it would work because Roz is the one who picks it. Or Roz is the one who initiates the joke.
Right.
It's all thanks to that guy. We're off to a very good start.
But I like the idea of just. I have seen a lot of nifty Disney shirts because apparently that's the thing you have to do now is you have to create some funny pun on a Disney shirt. I've never seen somebody come up with a that guy shirt.
I'm with it. I'm with you 100%. We're doing it. It's happening. Book it. Let's do it.
My next trip, which I think it may be before next fall, but I'm planning a big family trip next fall. And everybody's getting that guy shirts.
Love it. You know what? The three of us should let loose in Disney one time. Woo-hoo! Disney ain't ready for that.
Yeah, no, I don't know if Disney can handle the three of us letting loose in there. I don't know. That seems kind of dangerous.
No, better yet, we'll do Disney, and then the three of us will let loose at City Walk and Horror Nights.
There we go.
I'm with two people who can't chaperone me.
We can do a live show, like live Facebook stream show at like City Walk after doing Disney and a few cocktails in us.
Oh, with Alex, with one of my favorite bartenders at Patos. No, not Margaritaville. Patos for hurricanes and nachos with two of my favorite Brecken and Alex. I love Alex. If you ever watching this, I love you, girl. She's married. I don't actually love her in that way, but she's fantastic. If you ever at Patos and down at City Walk, Alex, find her. Find Alex and Brecken. They may not know me by name, they know my face.
I'm just going to say this. There's only one requirement. I have one lifelong goal in Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce, I'm going to need some gummies before we get on It's a Small World.
I got you! I got you! Yes! First off, actually, we're going to take them about 30 minutes beforehand. But,
Well, yes.
Oh, buddy! Oh,
Bruce,
buddy!
we're fine. That's currently the line.
Oh, buddy! Yeah, you are welcome. Yes, 100 times. Oh, you made me the happiest boy at the ball.
Fun.
Yes, all of us, let's do it. I mean, no, twist my arm, why don't you?
For those who'd like to join us, we are doing a live meet and greet up in Disney.
Listen, I'm telling you, that night I had a couple of gummies, and I had a bunch of drinks before Horror Nights. Woo! Welcome to Scary with the walls moving. I'm like, those walls don't move. Oh boy.
So were you like Peter Griffin? Oh my God, I'm freaking out.
No, it was more, I go slow to get separation, always. Oh, I got separation. And when they really started pulling away from me, I'm like, oh no, I'm lost without you. Crap! I hope I know where okay, found the turn here. Found the turn. Oh, I'm forgetting to bloody guns is in this. I love you. Yeah, it was awesome.
So my co-host...
That is the NSFW portion of the show.
Yes. My co-host for Such Good Shoot, the podcast about anything and everything in the world of wrestling.
Watch it, folks. It's fantastic.
May have made I forget the exact unit. You can help me. 2,000 milligram, really fucking high one gummy.
I need to hang out with him. Know that would be terrible.
Gave it to his one friend on the condition he ate it in one bite.
Oh my God. What? Depending on your tolerance level, but like, woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! That is, get them. The three of us will go down and do them. It will be the best trip ever.
Yeah, we gotta go.
If you get them, we will have the best. We're going to do Small World and then teacups.
No,
I might draw the line at teacups.
You guys don't have to spin. Don't worry, you guys don't have to spin. I will.
Bruce. Apparently, with my current blood pressure levels and medicines, I can't do teacups sober.
Fine.
I got off at Tilt-A-Whirl with Bella at some shitty-ass carnival, and then nearly got sick watching a merry-go-round.
Okay, fine. We'll do Small World and Space and Splash.
I'm just cool with, TTA and the Speedway, man. I'm just, coasting down the highway.
So, a couple of cute moments from my trip because TTA. We're on the TTA and we enter Space Mountain. And Bella just goes, "Daddy, I can't see you."
That's adorable.
But the true moment, the true soundbite for Disney, every Disney ad ever, is we walk into the room where first time was Cinderella and Elena of Avalor for the princess meet and greet, or the princess walk and wave.
I wish I had this on film.
She walks in and goes, "Oh, they are real."
Oh my God, that's adorable.
He mentions me this. I'm like, I'm not crying. You're crying.
That's
adorable.
Like, apparently my 3-year-old is smart enough to know that the Doc McStuffins she met was not Doc McStuffins, which is not hard to believe when you consider Doc McStuffins is like a 5-year-old and who she met was like 6 feet tall.
Bingo.
Right.
It's not hard to figure out.
But the princesses.
You probably need to send that video in, dude.
There's no video. That's the problem.
Oh.
we weren't ready to video yet. We were still in line.
So
Oh my God, can
cute.
you imagine if you actually got a clip
cute.
of that? Send that to Disney. It's like, yo,
Oh.
use this for a commercial. You know what I mean? Like that is.
As-
For real.
As someone who at points was very good friends with Cinderella, she's not good friends with Cinderella, very good friends implies, I ain't putting on that dress. But as someone who is good friends with Cinderella, that is adorable.
And
Yeah, that.
I will say, so as we went around, with current COVID protocols, you're not getting close to the characters, and all the princesses have little velvet ropes around them.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how are these meetups? Like, how are they doing it for COVID?
You talk to
restrictions?
them from a distance. There's
Right.
the ropes.
Face,
princess
can
one-
you have your face masks off, or they have to be worn to talk about?
Not for the princesses because they're indoors.
So you have to wear your face mask.
Yes,
Mhm.
Okay.
but like Doc McStuffins, it could be off because it was outdoors.
So, okay.
But what I found odd, and I don't know how to, there was no photo pass photographers for the princesses.
Interesting.
There was for Doc and all, but not inside. And I think that might be something with the photo pass photographers. They're a separate contract. They're not technically Disney, and they
Right.
probably do not agree to Disney's mask requirements.
There's
that makes
a lot that goes into the photo pass being
Yes.
there. Also, the 6 feet thing starts to come into play because now you have 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet. Now you
Yeah.
have
Right,
a picture
and
that's
now
going to
the
look a
room-
million miles away. It just,
Yeah.
I will say, will take away. But for what you showed me, I actually really love the interactions that were going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love
I-
to see that. I've never been a character fan ever, except for save for a few. Walking in the universe, I hate characters, hated them. I walked into Universal, saw Doctor Doom, looked at my parents, said, "I need my picture taken."
But-
Yeah, you know what? I was the same way. Like right when Universal came out with Islands of Adventure, I was the same way with Spider-Man. Like with all those characters, and the one that I was really drawn to, the Green Goblin was outside of the Spider-Man attraction, and I was like, these costumes are actually like pretty legit compared to like Disney. And
Right.
I remember the same way. I was like, I gotta get the picture taken with these guys.
And the Grinch is awesome because he's a dick, but he's awesome with it. But continue, Dozer.
Greatest character interaction I ever had was at Universal, and it was Crash Bandicoot.
I remember when
That's
Crash
going
was
deep.
out.
That's deep cut. I
remember
yeah.
Crash was there.
But the only thought I had when I saw these velvet ropes and, nobody actually getting close to the princesses, I'm like, oh my God, they must love not being groped 10 times a day. Like,
Yeah.
this must be, while they're probably sad they're not getting to hug the little kids at times, they're probably very happy to not have the middle-aged men copping a feel mid-picture.
Well,
Yeah.
also they're happy to just. It's still hot in the. It's still not cool in there.
No.
I don't care. They're probably happy to have that space, even though they have the mask on. I'm sure they wish they could be with the. It's always nice to see the little kids.
Mhm.
Listen, who knows what the future holds? One park is doing non-maskless interactions. Guess what that is? Universal. Which again, not to come back to that, Doctor Doom. I had a Disney shirt on, made to grab my when I took the picture, grab my shirt and covered it up. Remember it as hell. I made everything. I was like, he grabbed literally. Think about that. Grabbed a child and had to cover. Oh, you're not allowed here with that on. I was like, I love you.
So,
But I'm glad. I am all. Kidding aside about other interactions, I am glad Bella really had a good time with that. I really am. That's what honest, as a former cast member, that is the stuff that makes you want to put on the vest and go to work every day.
yeah,
That's what it's all about.
it really is. And a couple other COVID notes. So only 2 of the Christmas stores were open. There's normally 5.
Wait, really?
Only in the Christmas season, even. Only Disney Springs and Magic Kingdom. All the others were closed.
Wait, even Germany?
Even well, we didn't get to Germany, but they said all Christmas. We asked.
Wow, because Germany has the high-end stuff. I am stunned. Germany has the real high-end stuff. That's why my mom always bought her ornaments, because they had the real good stuff.
And what we could tell from where we went in Disney Springs, it's just lacked the supply. They were struggling. Like
I actually went in it when we went down this year, and I gotta tell you, super unimpressed with the stock.
So, things we looked for that we could not find. Sensational 6 ornaments. Pluto in safari gear.
That would have been an animal.
Yeah, but that was that animal. We couldn't find him.
Yeah, that sucks.
Baby clothes. Like, you remember how WAD had an entire baby section?
Oh, I hate WAD now. I hate what
it's
they
horrible.
did. I hate the 50th merchandise. Save for 2 things, 50th merchandise, garbage. Disappointed.
So that kind of sucked.
A
lot of the merch was... So, Hollywood Studios. You come down, and then Sunset Ave.
Sunset Boulevard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The whole left side closed.
Villain de Vogue?
The Villain de Vogue, the candy shop, closed.
Wow.
I thought that was their money. I thought they made, because the right side had some more upscale stuff, but there was always people at Villains of Vogue in the candy shop. Wow. Stunned. I never thought that would have been the case.
As a barber, I love this. Is every stage of beard growth. Yeah.
I thank you for saying this, Polar Knights. Whoever you are, I love you for saying that, because I actually do need to shave, because there's a little bit here. But you're saying that, I'm like, oh, I look clean shaven here.
And mine will just keep growing and growing and growing.
Okay, Grizzly Adams.
The winter
I've
time.
grown it longer, but I just cleaned it up for family pictures.
God bless the 2 of you. That's too itchy for me. I'm a day or 2 more of this, and it's come on.
Bruce, once you get past like a week and a half, it ain't bad.
Yeah, but I still got to get that far.
You have to fight the itch, Bruce.
It's not possible. It's not possible, and I don't want to say why, just in case he's watching. Hi, Dad.
Don't worry. Neither can he.
Hey, you Polar Knights! You get it, buddy. I'm with you, boo.
But there were several other things closed while we were there, and it did detract a little bit. And all the restaurants, like the big restaurants, were mobile ordering only. You couldn't enter until it was your mobile order time. Both Cosmic Rays and Pico Spills operated this way. Though Pico Spills, we were able to enter and get a table before we picked up our food. That was nice.
That sucks, because the Picos is always great for Exit Country Bears. Right into Picos.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a downgrade, but I don't mind the mobile ordering.
The last time you good people who will actually watch and listen to us heard me kind of go off on the mobile ordering. It has to be one way. I'm fine with mobile ordering if that's what they're doing. If it's all mobile ordering, that's the way it has to be. It's the mix that makes. Again, I'm coming from someone who's worked at a restaurant like that and have talked to the cast members, and it just is a nightmare for them. Blueberries for life, baby.
Polar Knights. The girlfriend told me if I grow a beard, she's going to grow a 70s bush. And after Googling and seeing what sadly can't be unseen, it is babyface for me. It was absolutely horrible. Like a cat crawled up there and died.
Understatement.
Maybe one.
I could tell a story there, but that person may be watching, so I'm not going to.
So, yeah. Ooh. No, the mobile ordering, I didn't mind the mobile ordering. The problem I had with it is for some reason at the resorts, it was don't arrive till this time. And at the park, it was arrive before this time.
Huh.
Resorts and park, because they operate differently and they have a different kind of staff back there. Resorts have less staff than, like, say, Pecos or especially Cosmic. Oh, that's a good question. I meant to ask you when you were down there, but of course it didn't come to me now. Was Cosmic running all 3 bays? You don't know. It's fine. I wasn't sure. I meant to ask you while you were there. I wanted you to stick. I'm like, you don't have to go, but stick your head in Cosmic Rays. I want to know.
It's not as clear cut as that because technically, Bay 1 was open for people who were not placing mobile orders. They had some system for non-mobile orders.
Oh, okay. They changed it.
Yeah, they had
That's
some
fine.
system.
That's cool. I'm cool with that.
Bays 2 and 3 were for mobile order pickup.
Mm.
So you'd get it and it'd say go to lane 7 for pickup, and that might be in Bay 2 or Bay 3, depending on
what was the menu, if you remember offhand. If you don't, obviously it's cool.
I don't remember. It was the same menu as I've always seen. I had a foot-long chili dog, chili cheese.
Well, again, because it was always one bay was burgers
Yeah,
and
no,
dogs.
you could get
one
the
was
whole menu
chicken,
at all
one was-
3.
That makes sense is because listen, obviously the central kitchen, having worked there a couple of times, going, oh boy, I'm out of my element in this place.
The thing that made me sad is I had my foot-long chili cheese dog. I order it, and out came a plain hot dog, and I go to the guy, I ordered a chili cheese dog. You can give me the chili and the cheese on the side. I'll put it on. Obviously, that's not how they operate. They bring out a whole chili cheese dog. And he's like, hey, you want this other hot dog? I go, I can't eat another foot-long hot dog. Like,
Right.
That's a lot of beef, and I'm not that hungry.
And right in the garbage it goes.
Yeah, I'm like, this just has to go in the garbage. I'm like, you give it to me. I'm just putting it in the garbage out here. Like, it's...
I had a encounter that at Resto. Come on, it was whatever it was. I'm like, just please take it. I'm not saying that part, but I'm like, come on, just take it. It's fine. This guy, no. I just in front of him, drop it in the garbage. He goes, if I knew you were going to that, I was going to take it. I'm like, what about me saying please take it the 6 times, did John? Not get. I'm hinting it to you without saying, I'm telling him I can't take it back. Please take it.
And I just wish they could have, like, it was a simple solution. It was missing toppings. Like,
that's the problem. Because I understand from his standpoint. I'm saying, listen, we just want to take it. I'm going to go throw it out anyway. But yeah, you're right. I can't, because a foot-long hot dog's a lot, especially when you're at Disney, period.
Yeah, and I'm like, you could just give me a little cup of chili and a little cup of cheese, and I'll put them on, and it'll be honky-dory. I can handle this. Nope.
Right.
We wasted a hot dog for that, but whatever. I wanted my chili cheese dog, and you had no good way to give me a refund for the chili and cheese I paid for.
That's the appropriate guest recovery. I wanted a chili cheese dog. Here's your chili cheese dog. Because the way the way they're putting it on, they probably can't give it to you separate. But whatever.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, it didn't feel like something where the item needed to be wasted, especially since, and this is a key for people in food service, I had yet to take possession of the tray. I had not touched the tray or picked it up.
No, right.
It had technically crossed the line, but I had not taken possession.
As far as Disney's, when you
I
say
get Disney's
line,
position.
It crossed the counter?
It did not cross the counter. It touched the counter.
Oh,
He had not
that was,
pushed
that was,
it to me to take yet. Like, I understand the
It
gray
still has-
area, and
it
I
still
know
has to go-
understand
it's
why it
right
was
there.
the
wasted.
way
Yeah,
Disney
it's right
operates still has to go in the garbage.
Yeah, I do understand that, and I felt horrible because, again, missing toppings. It's not like you had to take something off or recook something. Or
Yeah, it does suck, but that's.
yeah, I get it. I wouldn't want to be the guest that got that hot dog.
Listen, not to keep traveling down memory lane. I gave a guy, again, poured the Safari beer at Animal Kingdom, a Resto, handed to him. Listen, something happens to that beer, you make sure you come back and tell me. Oh, nothing's going to happen to that. But if something happens to that beer, you make sure to come back and tell me. I got to make sure you cover for that. Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to. His wife turns to him, honey, if you go around that corner and something happens to the beer, maybe come back and tell the nice gentleman. Like, you guys don't get it. Then he got it. Oh, I understand. But yeah, that's the problem. That's what it is. Even though it hasn't left the counter, the moment they put it down, it's as good as left. I cannot put it back under the heater. I can't do anything with it. I can't eat it because I'll be in a ton of trouble, but it's just.
Yeah.
These hot dogs are making me hungry. I can go for a Casey's corner hot dog now.
You know what I could go for? Corn dog nuggets.
I'm also going to say.
Spring rolls.
I don't like foot-long hot dogs.
I actually don't disagree with you, mainly because you got to, as rightfully so, like a lot of Americans, including myself, I love a good chili cheese dog. You know what a foot-long hot dog doesn't have from end to end? The chili cheese flavor I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually prefer the thick jumbo Franks, too. Just give me a big, thick jumbo Frank bun.
Yeah, but this is too thick. This is like...
Dude, the hot dogs on there are good. You know, I also come from, I'm from a Jersey boy. Got Ruts Hut, got the hot grill. So Jolly Nick's does it. I like a good fried hot dog, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. Well, and I'm going to be a little pissed here about forgetting the chili cheese because I quote unquote ordered Walt's Special 50th because apparently, spoiler alert, if you go down there and you see anything marked Walt's Special 50th, it's whatever the item is topped with chili and cheese. Like,
you know what they did?
The man really had a thing for chili cheese.
It's not that they forgot it. They just grabbed the wrong item. That's all it was.
So
when you're expediter, you're just grabbing whatever you're grabbing. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Then put it from the back, turn around, put it down. Can I see your ticket? Rip, go, move on.
And the part that caught me a little off guard is for the mobile order. They had like all the trays lined up of the mobile orders ready to go. Like you get there, here's your tray, go. They didn't have the drinks poured.
Drinks are usually you had somebody there are times that's what you do. You're making drinks. Yeah. The ticket comes up in front of you. I got two here, one stick diet, 2 sticks root beer.
Oh yeah.
Move.
I
you turn, you grab, put it on, take them away.
Yeah,
more often than not, when they're flying off the shelves, the fact that they would just the back bar, quote unquote, would just be filling blind drinks.
Right.
Stacking them there for the expediter to just grab diet. Like,
been there, done that, bought that shirt.
And just in there going, the drinks are the thing you normally pre-queue.
You're supposed to get them up as you're going. When you're super busy, and Resto was kind of, the worst was having to, oh God, that looks late. Shit. Run out the door, take the drink. Ugh. I had a diet over here. Someone get to the back, please.
The other thing I want to point out, Disney, you had the answer to this problem about 30 years ago, and I demand you bring it back. So, there are no lids.
I was used to that because we had no lids or straws until some cast member decided to throw a bunch of plastic lids and straws around at Animal Kingdom to cause all sorts of panic.
Yeah.
My manager was so angry that day. Who did this? I have no idea.
But I don't know if you've ever had a toddler. You want a goddamn lid.
Absolutely.
Now, I want to bring you back to the mid-90s where the Disney Cup they'd fill it up, and then they fold the top over like a milk carton, and there'd be a hole in the side. You punch your straw through.
Yeah.
No lids, all paper. It worked 30 years ago, and guess what? It would work today.
And especially with it being the 50th anniversary, it would kind of have that retro.
Retro.
Yeah, that retro feel.
And I can have a lid that can it may not really help if my daughter drops the drink on the floor. But guess what? It'll help when she tries it.
It was always, honestly, I'm surprised because it was always, especially at Cosmic, if I'm remembering correctly, I don't think we put the lids on. I thought it was lids over there, goodbye. I don't, oh my gosh, I have to go back.
You would just give them the cups to fill up their drinks. And
Because it wasn't the cup to fill up the drink. Again, Coke had nothing.
Right.
Diet had 1 stick. Root beer had 2.
Right.
I'm going back. It might even be Pepsi products because Coke had a Universal contract because they have the freestyle machines.
But the other big thing, and this is also very important, if you are at a restaurant and you currently have Heinz ketchup, you can thank Disney for accepting second-rate Red Gold for the time being. Because that shit sucks, and that's all I got. And apparently, we can pack a Magical Express full of people because of COVID, but I can't have a machine that pumps out Red Gold. I got little dingbats that are good for 1 fry.
Oh.
And the quality of ketchup too is like.
Oh, Red Gold is terrible. Give me Hunt's. Give me Giant Brand. Give me anything but Red Gold.
Oh, whoa. Giant Brand? You mean Publix brand.
I don't care.
Publix brand.
It's better than Red Gold.
That reminds me of like elementary school lunch, cafeteria food. Like that's when you sent that picture, all I can think of, my God, I'm in first grade again. Like with the soggy French fries, and it's like the ketchup just tastes like paste. There's like no flavor.
I'm like, where's the flavor?
And you open the packet of it, takes like it's a pain in the ass to open it up, and then the ketchup squirts everywhere. And you're right, you have enough for just 1 French fry. 1 French fry.
And then the amount of packets I threw out because I have a toddler and me. We use a lot of ketchup. I'm grabbing like 30 packets. I use 20 of them, and then I go, well, I can't put them back. COVID. Dump in the trash.
You know, it's funny because I had that. I was like, oh, they can't afford what's going on here. But then I had memories of me stocking the cups because we were at McDonald's. And I just have memories of me looking down to the cheerleader who, during the cheer nights, goes, you're out of ketchup. Well, I'm down to my hands and knees holding the refill bag of ketchup on my hands going, I know. I'm holding it in my hands here, late girl. Hello. Because it was a pump back, because it was a pump, and it was never of course, we're out when I'm out here, never when I'm not out here.
But like, I would just
memories.
I just want a good ketchup.
You know.
Damn
it. I paid money to get here. I deserve the quality of food.
The part that hurt the most is you're sitting there and you see this container of Red Gold ketchup next to the container of Heinz mayo, Heinz mustard, Heinz everything else
except for Heinz ketchup.
I guess. Listen, you don't understand. Chapek can only vacation in the south of France this year, not the north of France. We are all making sacrifices.
So he gave up.
Apparently, it is legitimately a Heinz
shortage. It actually is. It is a Heinz shortage. It is actually a thing that goes on. We don't think about it because, well, you go to the store, you buy 8 bottles of Heinz ketchup. It's not a problem. Down there, it's the packets that's the issue because. Like anything right now, there's a lot going on, but still, you just. Again, I remember. It's probably because I remember the days of the big bags, not these little ketchup packets, which create more waste, which is a problem. Just saying for a green initiative.
Just going here, going to backstage, backlot or backstage burgers, whatever the name, Backlot Express.
Backlot Express.
You know what the most painful part was? Going back there, seeing my container of ketchup packets next to a pump of sweet and sour and a pump of barbecue sauce. I'm like, I can pump this, but I can't pump my ketchup?
Ridiculous. Hey, maybe they don't have it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Heinz in like pump form, that's not a shortage.
Yeah, that's just like a 5-gallon container of ketchup you just put in with a
May not be a
bag.
shortage. I'm just going to say this. There's a chance it may not be a shortage outside of Disney. You never know what 2 other parks down the street might be doing.
That is true. And it's like the ketchup packets.
Frickin'
I view it
SeaWorld, man.
as
No,
Disney.
wait. time
Disney
out.
does not have Heinz packets, so the rest of the world can.
No. Disney is hiding the Heinz packets because starting January 1st, 2022, if you would like to purchase Heinz ketchup, you have to pay $4.
Listen, it could be. Listen. This I'm legit when I say this. They could be holding it for the Cask Cafes, Cask Connection, the Mouseketeria, Pride Rock. The rest. They could be holding it for themselves.
They could be.
There's a legit chance of doing that.
Red Gold sucks, though. That's all I need to
does.
state here. Red
They
Gold
deserve
is terrible
They deserve
ketchup.
the red gold. They're the cast.
Can I
they're
have
the ones
Hunt's even? I'll even take some of the places
Yeah.
that call it catsup. It's better than Red Gold.
Isn't there a Hertz ketchup too?
No, I don't think there's a Hertz.
That's only rental car.
Are you sure? I thought I.
Who
There's
knows?
Hunt's and Heinz.
Once
Like,
it's not Heinz,
Heinz.
once it's not Heinz, I really don't care. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna take the ketchup and eat it because, well, at that point,
Hey,
I
wait
can
a
eat a
minute.
fry. I can eat a fry without ketchup. Burger, on the other hand, and I love I'm a man who loves his burgers. Got to have my ketchup on there.
Don't they have their own little garden in the land? Can't they just make their own ketchup?
not enough.
If you knew how many tomatoes that would take, all of a sudden you'd
I
be like,
know.
"Oh, that's not enough." The land is
I
now the
know.
tomato factory.
I will say,
But see, way to be imaginative with Disney and saying, "Hey, come have our own ketchup."
That would only be done at the Garden Grill.
Yeah.
Because
I will
remember,
say-
you can see the land from the Garden Grill.
Christmas Land is beautiful. It's amazing. And the choice we made to see it at night was even better. And, special narration for the Christmas Land, talking about different holiday traditions and the Cocoa Plan and all that bullshit. It was kind of nice. I like that. I highly recommend. Surprising, unknown Christmas attraction.
Good to know.
What?
Christmas at the Land.
That is good to know. I
Yeah.
did it, but it's been, oh my God, it's been 10 years.
Have
They
they,
had-
always been? They've always been Christmas.
I
at the
seem to
land?
remember the last time I went during Christmas, which was about 6 years ago, they had Christmas up.
I think so.
I didn't remember it till I was in it again. And I go, oh yeah, I've seen that. But it's beautiful. They have lights on everything, and you got to see it at night. I loved it.
But that would be
Oh,
cool.
You know me. You don't have to twist my arm to make me do the land. I love that attraction.
And see, I don't think people have realized that was considered one of the first holiday makeovers.
Overlay.
Overlay. Yeah, holiday overlay. Even probably before, the Haunted Mansion.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
California.
Haunted Mansion Holiday is bullshit. Bullshit. I say this because Haunted Mansion, when I went out to Disneyland, was closed for the time I was there to transfer to Haunted Mansion Holiday. I missed it. I missed that in Space Mountain by days. So that's why I say it's bullshit.
Yeah,
Terrible.
no, I've missed it twice. Two
I
years in a
just
row.
wanted to see the Hatbox Ghost. That's all I wanted.
Oh, I saw that. I never got a chance to experience.
No, I was
it.
only out there when I was out there. Mansion in Space was closed.
Oh,
But I made up for it because I did a lot of Indiana Jones. Anyway,
oh yeah.
But I will tell you, Living with the Land is the highest capacity attraction in Epcot.
not surprised.
Yeah. I'm not
Considering the other attractions, with the third theater soaring higher, but still not the highest.
And depending how you count it, excluding O Canada, Frozen could be the lowest capacity.
I can believe that.
Which is funny. Same boats, but because the track is so small, which is something I never quite understood. It's the same thing that they may be doing to attraction at the Magic Kingdom. Well, we're going to change it, but to save money, we're going to leave the ride system the same exact way it is, and we're just going to put something else in there as a nice little overlay redo. But, do we really want to take all that money and time to gut it? Because, gosh darn it, we got tourists to come in. That's the thinking that made them to not redo Space Mountain. Space Mountain was supposed to be completely redone, but, Disney got scared. Tourists might not like that.
What was going to be the remake? Because I remember them saying it was going to be 2.0, but what were they going to do? Like a launch, like Rocket Roller Coaster, or what were they going to do?
The top would have to come off to completely redo the coasters on the inside.
Some of the proposals were literally like the Incredible Hulk, same coasters, just not 50 years old.
Oh.
The problem was there was a lot of, it was going to take so long. Disney is very gun shy to take an attraction down for a long time. There's a reason a certain attraction in the Magic Kingdom that we're being told is going away is not. They do not want to take it down before it has to go down. They want to have everything all ready. When it goes down, comes in, comes up faster. The Haunted Mansion Holiday would never come to the Magic Kingdom because they don't want to take it down for that length of time every year. That's why there's some hidden jacks inside of Haunted Mansion, most of which you cannot tell are there or see. There is one every guest can see. That's in the main hallway, but you have to wait long enough on Mr. Gracie's skull to see it. Other than that, they're there. It's just very hard to see them.
And that's why, the only overlay attractions are the land, which can be, it's lights. It can be done fairly quickly.
Jingle Cruise.
Jingle Cruise. It's decorating the boats. It can be done fairly quick.
Country Bears had their overlay, but there's a lot of reasons the Country Bears stopped doing the overlay.
What's the new
Country
one?
Bears had several
overlays. Summer, holiday. I'm glad the summer overlay doesn't exist for selfish reasons. If you go to Guardians of the Galaxy in the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout in Hollywood, in California, and Anaheim, I should say, you will see the reason why. One of the reasons why the one character has a girlfriend who's an octopus. So thank you for not continuing that.
Yeah. Overlays are kind of fun, but I will say it was nice to be there during Christmas not have the castle overlay, because there is nothing more I hate in this world than seeing the castle with all those damn lights on it. I love it at night, but it looks like shit during the day.
I loved it until they decided to have people who have nothing to do with the castle decide what happens to the castle. I don't. If you know, you know.
I know what you're saying. I just don't like, especially now, and back then, it's supposed to be magic, but you can clearly see the light strings.
You also mean how you didn't like how starting in September, there was a giant crane over Cinderella Castle for a month?
Oh,
constantly?
What do you think of the lighting on Spaceship Earth? The new LED lighting.
It is absolutely gorgeous and stunning.
The
and
pictures are stunning. I can't say obviously those are not in person, but I saw the first picture I saw. I was like, damn, Spaceship Earth got a glow up. Yeah.
It is absolutely awesome. It is amazing in person. I can't. That's never going away. That is way better than a wand.
It's not as good as a popcorn cart in front of it, but it's pretty damn good.
Oh, and did you see where they put the oh my god, the memory oh god damn it, what the old tombstones that they moved
because I don't care.
Oh, okay.
They moved what?
They left the bodies, but they moved the stones.
I'm sorry, Poltergeist. First off, if you're gonna say that, please say it right.
Wait,
You bastard! You left the bodies! You moved the stones and left the bodies! You bastard!
Stop talking about my house.
no, the
Poltergeist, I love you. Your house sucked at Horror Nights, but God, I love that movie. Continue.
legacy placard.
Yes.
They actually
Yes.
right,
you're talking about this. I'm thinking you're talking about the Haunted Mansion.
No.
I was just talking about how you liked about the lighting of Epcot, how that's never going to go away. And I'm like, speaking of never going away, the Level Legacy is still at Epcot. They just moved them to, as you're walking into the park from the buses, they're all up against the wall.
They paid for them. They have to stay, just like the walk around the world. I hated having to
I'm
find.
in there. I'm in there somewhere.
Hated
I don't know where.
having to find someone and try to explain to them where your name is around the world. But they're there. You have to move them. They're doing a good job there. They are really doing the best they can.
I do like.
And I am not biased when I say that.
They've added color, which I like. It's like purples and whites and golds. So I do like that.
The team at the work in the front of Epcot is really doing a bang-up job. They are working hard, and they really are. They really are doing an excellent job, and they should be commended for that. Again, completely unbiased statement here.
But I mean, it is going to look magical next year.
They are fantastic, and they really are. They know what they're doing. They got the best team possible on this. Again, unbiased.
I'm waiting. I'm anxious to see the Imagineer point, the new Walt statue that they're supposed to bring in at some point. I'm just not sure when they're doing that, but it's like him just looking out into.
I don't want another Walt statue for one reason. They do not publicize the best Walt statue enough. Everything is all partners. No, storytellers. Storytellers is the statue where it's at.
Yeah.
Says the man who just bought a partner's watch.
I'm biased.
Because they did not make enough storytellers.
Roy is what it's all about. Unbiased.
So what number watch is this for you, man?
I lost count. I have enough watches. Only like 7 of them are Disney.
My favorite Disney watch broke years ago, and they couldn't replace it. They sent me a different one, but it's not the same. I had a watch I freaking loved.
Now I'm happy I got a new watch, and I'm happy this year it's a Citizens, unlike prior years where it's been a no-name Chinese brand.
Right.
Speaking of things, wait a minute. Time out. We need to focus on something here.
Yes, I still have the Beefeater.
Dozer, did you get it?
Did I get what?
Do you know what? Did you get the tiki mug?
I did not.
Oh, that's right.
I'm sorry, buddy, because that was so you.
It was so me, but there's only so much things I can do with it.
I know. Listen, I'm not blaming at all. Just I really could you show? We saw it like, oh, you gotta have that. That's so you. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it seemed a little selfish when your daughter's on the Dumbo or Die plan.
I know, and she's so cute.
Yeah. It was her trip. It wasn't my trip. I was more than happy to let it go.
It was your trip, but you're doing the right thing and doing it for her.
Yo, the 3 of us will go. That's when we'll get a tiki mug whenever we go down.
I have plenty of tiki mugs. It's the short-term Christmas tiki mug I needed.
Oh, no, we still should go down and go because I still have not been to Trader Sam's yet.
Yes.
And since I love those kind of drinks, I just want to get tanked there. Again, NSFW.
Bruce,
Getting drunk at a bar with a moving octopus arm.
Octopus.
This could be interesting.
Yeah, with gummies. Wait, with gummies.
Listen, it's not as bad. Nothing could be as bad. Walking through into the cabin in the woods house, and my friend bumped it. Laura, I love you, honey. Rest in peace. My friend bumped into the tentacle arm in front of us in the purge section, and it pounced off her and just ripped right across my face. A tentacle. Construction comes out and everything. I was like, no, I can't me. But yes, you are correct. Bruce plus Tiki Drinks plus Moving Tentacle. It's only going to be fun for everyone involved.
Yeah. Which this does bring me to a very important question. Why do buses to Disney Springs always suck?
Oh gosh, the transportation to downtown Disney and Disney Springs has sucked. Don't you remember me and you jumped into a taxi down there because that was the easiest way down?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It sucked so much. I don't know why.
Food for thought about Disney Springs. So when I went down, luckily I was staying right next door just for like the one night at the Hilton Convention Center. But for me to like hop to the theme park, they were like, "Oh, you have to," because I bought a ticket at Disney Springs, and I was like, "Do you guys still?" Because I'm used to just driving myself around. I'm like, "Do you guys still do transportation to and from the parks in Disney Springs?" They're like, "No, you have to hop at a resort shuttle, and then you go to the parks." Because I was bad back in the day. We were able to get free parking that way by going to the parks, by parking at downtown Disney to hitch a ride to like Magic Kingdom and just park downtown. So,
Buddy, cheers to the people who ruin the systems, because I do it too.
Hey, just make it easy. You catch a bus to the Contemporary.
well, okay.
Or
So.
you catch a bus to Boardwalk.
You would think so, because I went to the Contemporary station and I waited there for almost 45 minutes and even after 45 minutes of waiting, there was still no shuttle bus to the Contemporary. So I actually, and by the way, it's about a 20-minute walk to my car from where I was. So
Buses don't come to Disney Springs.
They don't.
The person in front of me was complaining they waited an hour and a half.
Which is funny. Think about this here for a second. With Cheap Ass Chapek in charge, who does nothing but want your money, and the only reason you're going to Disney Springs is to give them money. You are going for no other reason but to give them money in some fashion. Food, merchandise, drink, you name it. That's why you're going. You think the easiest bus we get is, they want to give us the monies? Well, we should let them come and give us the monies. I like the monies. I'm Cheap Ass Chapek. That's what I'm here for. It's like you don't want your money there.
Chapek, look, my wife is the kind of person you want because, like, we legit bought one of your overpriced suitcases to get our shit home.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're that level. You want us.
Yeah.
And, which, by the way, this was not one of the trips I was planning on shopping. Normally, if I'm planning on shopping, you stay at one of the convention resorts, which has a shipping center.
Mm-hmm.
And you go down there and ship your shit home.
Yeah.
Listen, it was so bad, I didn't even stop at Raglan Road for a drink. I always stop at Raglan Road for a drink.
And so Meg learned this out. So they've made Disney Springs now where there's only one bus depot where there used to be two. Mm-hmm. That's fine because that's only going to speed up the damn buses. But now apparently the only taxi stand and the only place taxis, Lyfts, and Ubers are allowed to drop you off is over by goddamn La Nuba. Or
I knew that.
The new show. Yeah, here's the problem.
I bought that shirt.
You know what the problem is? There's nowhere to spend money down there. All the money spent is at the other end.
It's actually, by the way, also it's not a taxi stand. That was the mini stand. It's also the taxi stand, but at the height, that was where the minis would pick you up and drop you off. Because you are correct. There's nowhere to spend money down there. Again, unless you're Bruce, and well, hello, House of Blues. I'll stop in for a survey or two. But yeah, I agree. You're going like, what are you thinking? Disney Springs, it's a mall. Do you know why? They're not concerned. Because of the way it's built and everything, they're less concerned. Again, perfect example. We just complained about it. World of Disney. That was your last stop shopping for anything you could want. anything for the most part within reason, except for its individual attractions. You missed it. It was here. We had it. Watches, specialty merchandise, they had it. It's gotten so, it's basically just a giant mall now. They're looking for the people who park. They'll look, because my buddy drove us the last when we were there this year. That's what they're looking for. They're more concerned about that and their money. Oh, you staying on property? Oh, we already got your money from that. Go be gone, peasant.
Right.
Let's just talk about how
right.
much worse that's going to get. Because in 2026, when the train finally gets there, where's the train stopping?
I'm sorry, you mean 2048?
Hey, I know the guy building the train will be a little sooner than that.
Well, I'm sorry, your friend I'm sure is doing an excellent job. I'm just making fun of Disney because it's easy. JPEG.
Yeah, well, it's not. Disney does not have as much say in this as it's currently politics with Orlando. Which, Disney could probably move along a little faster.
Disney owns Orlando. They're the biggest employer in the state. I digress.
Yes. But the train's coming and going from Disney Springs. Which I don't really know the logistics of how this is going to work. Because the plant, they're obviously making this train come into there so that, people can get to the airport from easier. Because it's the airport line that goes there.
I wonder if this is why they brought Crossroads. Continue.
Probably. My question being, okay, are we going to continue when the train comes, are we going to have some magical express for luggage starting again? Or are all these people going to be bringing their luggage into Disney Springs and then have all these people dragging their luggage onto these already overpacked and delayed-ass Disney Springs buses that don't do crap as it is, that have problems when you have somebody with a stroller and or 2 shopping bags?
You were hitting it right on the head. I can guarantee that's exactly what's going to happen.
Well, here's the thing. If Bob Iger was in charge, we'd be having the Magical Express be there.
And
Cheap ass Chapek in charge, you are 100. And that's what I've known from the get-go with all. You know what's funny? Every Disney fan, true Disney fan I know of, I've talked about with this, all agree the same thing. What the heck is your plan, assholes?
And here's where the problem further gets. It defeats half the point of... So, okay, now I'm going to take a train to Disney Springs to carry my luggage onto a resort bus to take it to the resort to do that. Okay, whatever. And even if they do the right thing and they continue some magical luggage transportation back to my resort, I still got to go to the fucking resort. Mm-hmm. I can't go directly to the parks.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no park buses. Because Brian.
Yeah.
Because you parked there.
Yeah.
For free and tried to get to the parks.
That was back in the day.
I don't, honestly, I've been wondering that, obviously, we've been wondering that. Why wouldn't you just have a bus there waiting for each resort and just, there's 2 buses for each resort. Rotate them through. You're Disney. You can own a fleet of you can buy more damn buses.
Okay, I'm going to say this because this also kind of blew my mind on this trip. On 2 or 3 separate occasions, my resort bus to the parks was a coach bus.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, to and from your resort to the park.
Mm-hmm. They've been using coach buses for a long time now. It's been rare, but it's been a long time they've been doing it.
It's not rare anymore. It's common.
Because Disney has had a problem with Disney's had a problem with the upkeep of their buses.
Shocking.
That makes sense.
Because I've also understood that certain buses are for ECVs and certain buses are supposed to be just for guests without ECVs.
Which is a solution you and I may have hinted to in prior things. Where
we've 100% hinted at this, buddy.
And you know what? I don't mind the whole coach bus idea. That kind of gives it more of like a luxury feel.
The problem is these aren't Disney. These aren't
They're not
like
Disney
there's
buses.
nothing Disney on them. They're literally rent-a-coach buses, and there's a
Oh,
little paper
okay.
sign in the window that says Dackle or Animal Kingdom or Magic Kingdom. Like,
Oh, I thought they were using like old Magical Express
No.
buses or something like that. Okay.
No.
this is-
It's-
like a random gray bus that you think a cheerleading group's about to get off of pulls up.
I gotcha.
It's been a long time coming because, again, when you have 5 ECVs with 10 people each waiting to go on a bus and you're standing there going, I ain't getting to the park anytime soon. They have an issue. They know this. That's why usually they've started staffing someone there to go, oh boy, I need 4 buses to the Magic Kingdom, please. This has been an issue a long time coming of they have not adapted enough. It's just been kind of, again, we're Disney. They'll do what we want.
It's coming. You're going to have to reserve your bus.
Yeah.
And it's going to be with the intention that the ECVs need to reserve the bus, but to make it fair, everybody will have to reserve the bus.
I've said this before, and you've hinted at this, and you've also hinted at this. And there's a certain system they used improperly. And I think the mini system should be used for, oh, you're a guest with an ECV? Reserve your mini to the park.
And you know what? Okay. I will give them this. For the minis to the park, if you have an ECV, we will say 2 rides a day are free. To the park and home. We're not giving you park hopping with it. You can pay extra. But to get to the park and to get back, we'll cover that.
Because remember, they started restricting how much you can travel park hopping until a certain hour. So you avoid having a bus with just one person on it who may or may not have jokingly called their bus driver Jeeves. He laughed. It was okay.
I loved the occasions I have my own bus driver. And I also love when a bus driver tries to tell me Disney things because I go, you don't know shit.
We and him had a fun time. He knew he was in Golden. I go, man, where am I going to get leg room? I'm kind of cramped back here. I'm in a bus with no one on it.
Yeah.
What's making you jump early? So, dinosaurs closed. I'm moving on with my life.
It's what needs to happen. Like, there needs to be a solution, and
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just wired. Like, I get there are restrictions. Like, the ECVs do need to board an empty bus.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
listen,
well,
it's all good.
And I'm just thinking, like, okay, so let's say if the Mears Magical Service would be at Disney Springs, they would have to do some remodeling of the bus loading area for them to be picked up to the hotel.
You're also assuming that most people are going to be using the train to get to and from the park.
See, I think the train's gonna be mostly for locals.
I think they're gonna be pushing it with their own. When you book, Brian, this would affect you. They may be pushing
Right.
this for their own personal thing. But like
Right.
somebody like me, you're gonna have a lot of guests who know better and go, I'm just gonna go to the taxi stand. I'm gonna go to Mears and book my transportation ahead of time. Yeah, because
I'll call
Mears
Uber
can
or
book this
something,
out better. You're gonna have a lot more other sources to get to the parks. Disney is gonna have to start scrambling. I have a big suspicion that there's a large group that Disney's going to build this and go, oh, it's working great, and then realize, oh,
Look,
We didn't jump on it or something.
Remember,
generally
Uber's-
speaking, every trip from this date forward, because I'm not going before the end of the year. I'm not taking the Magical Express ever again. I'm renting a car.
Yeah.
Yes, they're going to get an
Mhm.
extra $22 or whatever a day out of me for parking at the resort, except when I stay on my DVC points, because, haha, that's deeded. You can't take that away from me. That is a legally binding
See,
document.
we got the connections. You got the room. I can get us the tickets. Bruce can provide us the entertainment. We're set.
I'm going to
The
talk to you
major
about that because I
entertainment.
do have that large family trip, and if we're trying to book a 3-bedroom villa right now,
All right.
or 2 bedrooms. If that doesn't work, congratulations, you just got a nice stay at Port Orleans on your thing for about 4 or 5 rooms.
Fantastic. Hit me up.
I gotta tell you, I enjoyed the conversations I've had with the taxi, save for one where I'm like, oh my god, this guy's gonna kill me. I've enjoyed my trips with the taxi. It costs a little bit of money, but you know what? They need to make money too. I did a lot of entertaining trips, good conversations. Really nice interactions I never would have gotten with the Magical Express. And you know what?
Right.
I'm helping out a local, and it makes me feel good. I don't care that it cost me a few extra bucks. For some people, that matters. I'm single and by myself. I'm one person in the car. Real good interactions.
And I say this, I will be renting a car, and that is purely because the idea of going and coming from a park with a kid is way easier when you have a car than Disney transportation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
you have all that
no.
baggage. Yep.
And at the end of the night, fireworks happened. It is easier to get on a boat and a tram into my car than it is to wait in a line holding my dead-ass kid and then to get on a bus
Right.
and potentially have people who have no goddamn sense and let their 8-year-old have this seat when they see, and I have seen this, a pregnant woman holding a sleeping kid, and she's standing because some 8-year-old has a seat.
Yeah.
I sit there and I'm like, every one of y'all who does not have a disability are assholes.
Yeah.
Now, I've done that with the woman I was sitting. She got on the bus and said, no, sit down. No, sit down. No. And I stood there looking at her. Bus moves. I go, you realize we're both standing. Will you please sit down? Nope. Pregnant, holding a kid. I'm looking at her like, well, I ain't sitting down. I'm going to look like a jerk.
And I will say I was right behind the person. No such interaction ever happened. And I specifically target the 8-year-old because that is a failure of the parents.
Mm-hmm. Come here, honey. You let them sit down.
An 8-year-old, they may be annoying to sit in your lap. They could still sit in your lap if really needed.
Right.
It's not ideal. I'm not saying like that is something I want to do. I don't want my 3-year-old to sit in my lap.
And frankly, like leaving a park like the Kingdom, listen, it doesn't often. Occasionally that monorail goes down. Then you see real good how much those ferries and buses are worth.
I remember there was one day we were staying at Bay Lake Tower. We were coming home from Epcot. We're on the resort monorail after getting off the Epcot monorail. And if you know the resort monorail, it goes backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So we pull into the Magic Kingdom. We get there shortly after fireworks. The doors open and we go. That is a whole shitload of pissed off people. We got off at the Magic Kingdom and walked back to the Contemporary because we're like, they need these more than us. And we had Bella on that trip. Like, you just sit there and go, this is pissed off people. They need this more than we do. We're close. We can walk.
Yeah.
Dude, one time, I need you to go stand out in front. What's going on? Monorail's closed. Fireworks end in 5 minutes. It's bus or ferry. Take your pick.
Get on the damn ferry.
Red face. Well, it eventually got to the point, okay, nope, everyone go to the buses. No, send everyone to the ferry. Okay, everyone go to the ferry. Unless you're staying at a resort, ferry it is.
Also, I'm just going to tell you this. If the fireworks are over and you need to get back to the parking lot, get on the ferry.
Yeah,
get on the ferry. Or
the ferry is faster. It holds more people. It is better.
Should that monorail be closed? And I said this to much people. What should we do? I'd re-enter the park if I was you and wait a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd find, but my kid's real tired. I'd find something to do.
Shop. Do anything. Buy popcorn. Also, I am going to say this as a parent who is well aware the most common thing plaguing all of your cranky children is they are hungry. Buy a goddamn popcorn bucket.
I'll add one to that. Most guests, period, age not required, who are cranky, get a snack and a Powerade. All of a sudden, you're going to feel wonderful again. Or a water and a snack.
Yeah.
You're going to go, wow, I feel great. Yo, we're hungry. Eat, folks. Eat, 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 eat.
The first day you're there, buy that $14.50 popcorn bucket and get those $2 refills every day. Make sure that popcorn bucket never empties. You always want that popcorn bucket to have popcorn in it because you never know when your 3-year-old will be hungry. And guess what? There are plenty of times she will tell you she is not hungry, that she is starving.
Yeah.
You're
Over
welcome.
a popcorn bucket.
I'm in my 30s. No, I'm not hungry now. I'm starving.
And to all your hippy dippy parents, if your kid says they want gummy worms or whatever, just buy them gummy worms. Get food into them, get sugar into them, get their energy up. They're hungry, they don't know it, they don't know how to tell you they're hungry. They're hungry. They have walked 13,000 steps when on their normal day they've walked 3,000.
It's fact.
Right.
True, he ain't lying. Again, 33-year-old male going to a certain event. Stopped at Annie Ann's. Oh, well, I'll get something. Ate it going, oh, I feel amazing right now. Oh, I was hungry. Should have stopped for that. And then I stopped at Finnegan's for a drink. Different story.
Solves the same problem, just adults.
All the same thing. It doesn't matter, but he's speaking the truth. Just get the kid a snack. Just get yourself a snack. And frankly, you all will want the popcorn. It doesn't seem like it, that popcorn bucket. You will all use it a ton. The refillable mug in the park, but just do it.
Or if you're on a budget, bring snacks with you into the park. I've done that too.
I've done that.
And it's not like, security's like, all right, have a nice day. Like,
this ain't Cedar Point. It's not frowned upon.
They don't care. They'd rather, like during the summer, drink the water. Grandma needs it. You all need it. Bring a bottle to refill in a water fountain. Why? You need it. You don't even know it. Get the snack. Get the popcorn. Buy a pretzel. Get a churro. Get some water. All of a sudden, your trip will be much friggin' easier. But Dozer cannot be more wrong. Buy the popcorn bucket. Your 3-year-old needs it.
Brita water filter bottles. They get that Florida water taste out. They last one trip. Like, it does not take long for that filter to let that Florida water taste come through.
There's what's the water bottle I used to have? Single top with a filter in it. Perfect. It worked great every time.
Well, you know what? We've gone on for 2.5 hours. We've talked about everything. We haven't even talked about Spider-Man, but, we could talk about that next week.
No one's seen it. No one here's seen it yet.
I'm seeing it Friday.
I still haven't seen Ghostbusters, so I don't have any chance of seeing.
Spider-Man I may be waiting on. I don't know. We'll see how the weekend plays out.
From what the reviews have been nothing but great about this movie.
I'm sure
it's 20 years of fandom come together.
It has nothing to do with the movie. It's all about time.
I have a wife who is currently not ready for the theater experience again.
My wife's the same way.
And by her not being ready means I shouldn't be ready. Because, we're going to see my in-laws in 2 weeks because it's Christmas. And I should listen to what she says. Because if that makes her more comfortable around her parents, that's what I'll do.
Now, where do her folks live?
North Carolina. Southport, just south of Wilmington. If you've ever read a Nicholas Sparks book, right about there.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's wonderful. But her mother's a cancer survivor, so we play it safe. We play it close to the
Yeah,
chest.
that's smart. That's smart.
I just, it's going to come to me eventually, so we'll see.
I'll see it. Hopefully my buddy can get it on Plex faster than he got goddamn Ghostbusters. Isaac, I'm calling you out. You promised that to me 3 weeks ago. Where is my Ghostbusters?
I want to see, I definitely will be seeing Far From Home. No Way Home, sorry. Too many homes! Too much home!
Homecoming. No Way Home.
Yeah, I will see No Way Home, but I'm less Ghostbusters is a little different. I want to see this. A little less motivated knowing one day, in a month or two, it'll be on Disney Plus for me.
You haven't seen Ghostbusters yet?
You're kidding, right? Of course I've seen Ghost. My favorite movie growing up, I was there opening weekend.
I just want to make sure.
Bruce, I just want to tell you, Spider-Man No Way Home's not coming to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
None of the Spider-Mans are on Disney Plus.
None of the Spider-Mans are there. It'll be on streaming someplace. I'm really not that concerned.
As a guy with streaming everything, don't count on it.
I'm not that concerned. But I'm simply saying this. I'm not running opening weekend. It's my weekend off. I have enough going on. I don't need to see this opening weekend if it's going to be crowded. I can go Wednesday on my day off when no one else is there at 10 in the morning. Just Bruce in a theater with 2 other people because I look at them and go, I'm off and I'm single. The heck's your excuse?
Absolutely. And that's when I'll probably see it because, I work from home, so. But, until next time, we're the Idiots. We're the idiots, so you don't have to be. That is Bruce. He may or may not be drunk. That is Brian. He may or may not be a Sith Lord.
May or may not be. I'm fine here, kids. You and
I am Dozer. I am drunk.
I'm more tired than anything.
If we don't see you, have a happy holiday, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we have to do a Christmas show because
I'm not saying we're not doing a show, but if you're busy next week, you don't catch us, you don't listen to us. Mwah! We love you all. Have a happy and healthy holiday to you and yours.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.